Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't no tossing, ain't turning, no time for a somna. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it what I promise. And even if I fail, at least I was honest. See, I can only do what's in my power to do. And what good is this power if I use it like a fool? If I want to make it to the top, I gotta. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sit back and just watch the news. Don't try to photocopy, you can never. That's right. I was born to be your winner, you can never stop me. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be a winner, you can never stop me. Your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, and you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here. Bama, good morning. Getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your Big E classified. When you out here being soft. There's no excuses for opposition. Hey! One thing's for certain, I'm motivated to be in the kitchen. I gotta listen if I wanna make a difference. Hey! What I'm doing can be lost in an instance. Now I'm making a living, so why the hell are they tripping? Is it because I'm the one that they see in their visions? I got a million different ways I can hit with precision. I know I'm gifted because the way that I speak causes change. And even ladies and gentlemen, let's go! Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be a winner, you can never stop me. Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be a winner, you can never stop me. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. We are once again back in the Thunderdome, I see. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Break it down now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yeah, break it down now. Yeah, break it down now. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. All right, we are once again back in the Thunderdome. Let's go. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly what we came here to do. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. We're once again joined together to address what has been going on in the crazy, crazy world of politics, right? And boy, oh boy, it has been quite the news cycle, right, ladies and gentlemen? But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name of Zeus, or say, hold on. As some like to say, Triple H, and you know they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen. The first H stands for honest. You might as well pretend like you got my hand resting on a stack of Bibles over here. I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God. All right, the second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm humble. We all know that. If I get it wrong, I really will be the first to apologize. But it turns out I haven't been wrong lately. It's just how the cookie crumbles, right? And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. Yeah, many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok. What we do is very, very special. We hold our friends on the right, especially their cult leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And believe you me, especially on the disgusting side lately, right? It seems like MAGA and their cult leader, Donald Trump, they just seem to have hit this jackpot of endless supply of being disgusting, terrible human beings, right, ladies and gentlemen? And you know the rule. I don't allow Trump supporters. Where is it at? You know the rule. I don't allow Trump supporters. I don't allow MAGA. I don't allow them to be victims around me. As far as I'm concerned, they are
the threat to democracy. They are the harassers and the abusers. They're the worst of the worst. They are truly the scum of the earth. I believe that if you really want to make America great, it begins with a mass deportation of all MAGA, not just the men. Even now, you got women out here voting in their own worst interest, and you ask them about why they're doing it, and they're possessed with the MAGA demon. It doesn't matter. If you're possessed with the MAGA demon, just go ahead and deport them. I hear Russia would really, really like to have you, right? I know a lot of us feel the same way. And so, before we get into today's topics, I just want to give you Trump supporters a bit of a heads up. It's going to get very, very uncomfortable. The way we cook over here, it's designed to ruin your morning, all right? I know a lot of you probably have been on Donald Trump's terrible and evil platform. You know what it is called? Lies Central. Yeah, I know you've probably been hanging out over there. I know probably a lot of you racists, and you know exactly who you are. You're super racist. I mean, you're not even trying to hide it. You're misogynist and racist. And you know what I've always maintained out here, ladies and gentlemen? You know what I've said? I said, you know what's worse than being a racist in this country? They said, what, Zeus? And I said, when you're a traitor, all right? And that's what MAGA is. That's why I say you should just deport these people, because they really, really aren't doing this country any good. So if you're a Trump supporter, all right, you know who you are. You call yourself Ultimate MAGA. You think you're one of these strong people voting for Donald Trump. You haven't been on a date in decades, right? You know who you are. You live in your mother's basement. You don't know how to talk to women. You're an incel. You're at home getting radicalized. Do me a huge favor and leave this live and go on about your miserable morning, because it's about to get uncomfortable. Trust me, it is. All right. You're not going to want to eat after this. Trust me. All right. But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Bingo. Tinkerbell, you want to come up and tell Zeus something very, very important, all right? Wait a second. I wasn't following you, but yes, please come on up, Tinkerbell. Come on up here. I just sent you an invite. Come on up here. What is it you would like to tell Zeus? All right, we're about to get... Bill, good morning. How are you?
Hey Zeus, can you hear me?
I sure can. How are you? Are you there,
Can you hear
Tinkerbell?
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I've been better.
Uh,
So my main account got taken down yesterday.
what? How did that
Yeah, and you
happen?
want to know why?
Why
Because
is that?
I've been defending Kamala, and I
Oh,
did
Kamala.
like this.
Okay, got it.
Kamala. I
Uh-huh.
did this like duet video with her, and she was on a Zoom call with Miley Cyrus.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Really?
I was, yeah, it was really cool, and I was all excited duetting it, and I was all pumped up. Anyway, long story short, some like MAGA Muppet came into my comments and
Say it
said,
isn't so.
yeah, they said, "Oh, I see all you HOES stick together,"
Oh, no. They
and
didn't do
yeah,
that, did they?
they did. They attacked me, Zeus, and then
Wow.
they reported me, several of them, enough to get me taken down for no good
Wow.
reason.
Wow. I am so sorry you had to go through that on this app,
And I lost
Tinkerbell.
5,000 followers,
Wow. Well,
all because of me speaking the truth on how corrupt.
mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, all because of me showing the truth on how corrupt Donald Trump is.
This is some sick stuff. I can't believe they did that to you, Tinkerbell. I seriously can't. I mean, you would think that at this point, because they always like to say that they're winning, you would
Yeah,
think they wouldn't do such a thing, right? But this
I
just
know.
shows us how desperate these people are. These are
Yeah,
some of the
I've been really seriously so upset. So all my Dems, if you see this, please follow me.
fair enough. All right. Well, listen, Tinkerbell, we got the word out there, and we will
Thank
do
you.
all we can to get you some more
Thank
followers.
you
All right.
guys. I love you guys. I love you so much.
All
I
right.
love
Don't
you.
worry. Stay strong out there. Stay very, very strong. Ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen, please give
because
a
Yeah, because I feel like, you know how we call ourselves goddess in the kingdom?
Yes,
And
yes,
that's why, yeah, I feel like, oh, goddess down, help, help, help.
yes, yes. We're gonna give you the help you need. All right.
Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank
All
you.
right.
Love you
You're
guys.
all right. Look at all those people giving you a follow, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give
Thank you, you
Tinkerbell a
guys.
round of applause. Thank you, everyone. We can't have anyone, any soldiers down in the battlefield. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we really can't. All right, all right. Now,
Thank you, sweetie.
you're welcome. You're totally welcome.
So appreciate you guys. I love you guys.
All righty then. All righty then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Tinkerbell another round of applause.
Thank you.
Here, I can't get access to nothing. All right, I seriously can't. All right.
Yeah, I'm staying strong.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tinkerbell. So sorry. Oh my gosh. I think the app just got a mind of its own at this point. All right. All right. All right. Wow. 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 Well, listen. The MAGA demons are out bright and early today, ladies and gentlemen, and so we're gonna have to make do with what we can. All right. Now. You know what we're going to have to pick up today, ladies and gentlemen? We all saw Donald Trump. I've seen so many people covering it. I've seen major news networks covering it, but we haven't covered it in the kingdom, right? What he did yesterday at the National Association for Black Journalists, it was a clear sign that things have gone completely off the rails for Donald J. Trump. He's drawing criticism for the comments he made about Vice President Kamala Harris, all right? He claimed that Harris was conveniently turned black, all right? I don't even know how one could say such a thing. He questioned her being Indian, all right? I mean, he went on national television and showed the world that he really has nothing to run on, all right? And I just want to say this before we get into it. According to people that have listened to what Trump said, they're saying he doesn't have a narrative that they're comfortable. His party, they're campaigning against Vice President here. They don't have anything they're comfortable using against the Vice President. So now he's just grasping around, desperately grasping at her any way he can. And you know what that means? He's defaulting to being racist. All right? So, MAGA, let's get into this. All right, we all saw what happened yesterday. Let's get into this conversation because I got a couple of things I just want to call. I'm not going to watch this entire thing, but there's parts of this that just really grind my gears.
On Fox News.
Here we go.
NBJ has partnered with PolitiFact.
Let's get into this a little bit.
You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Okay. All right. So, right here, this is when Donald Trump should have said, oh my goodness, I got 3 black women in front of me and I got a black audience. I should try my best, I really should, to appeal to this demographic, all right? So that I can save my campaign and get more voters from Kamala Harris. This is what he should have done, right? But we know Donald Trump isn't capable of doing such things because, number one, he's old, right? He's an old man. He's racist, all right? He's got dementia, all right? And this is why I continue to hammer this point home to every single one of you Trump supporters. What more do you expect out of a 78-year-old orange man that has dementia? All right, we knew he was a racist, but I'd expected nothing less. All right, but this is why I tell you Trump supporters, you're engaging in elder abuse. This is why, because listen to how he responds. He responds like he's somewhere in the 60s, maybe the 50s. Where is he getting this stuff from?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner.
Stop right there. You haven't been asked a question in such a horrible manner, sir? Have you ever been deposed? You ever know what that felt like? I would argue being deposed was a lot harder than this. But see, I know what it is. That X factor, you know, when you're around people of color, Donald Trump, you can't help but feel like you're a victim. See, this is why I have to walk you Trump supporters through crap like this, all right?
Question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a...
No. Why do we need to introduce ourselves, sir? We already know a MAGA demon. We know you're possessed. We don't need to introduce ourselves. We don't work for you. Who are you talking to?
News network, a terrible level. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population.
See, I got to stop him right there. You see how he's setting himself up to be the victim? This is why I tell a lot of you MAGA men out there, y'all got this complex where y'all like to portray yourselves as the victim. If you were to ask Donald Trump, he would tell you his ancestors were slaves. That's how victim-like he likes to get, right?
Country. I've done so much for the black population of this country.
There you have it.
Including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and you know, and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money, they were stone cold broke, and I saved them.
And that's a lie. All right. What he did was replace the money that was taken out by him and then acted like he did something. But at the end of the day, the Biden-Harris administration has done a lot more for black colleges than this guy has. All right. He's just making it up.
And gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, you know, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much...
See, it's that we were half an hour late thing. See, that's a little trope right there. That's a little dog whistle. I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to make it look like black folks is late. See how he tries to just sneak all of this in? This man had no intention of uniting with the Democrats or uniting with people of color, uniting with black people. He literally came here to show the world that he's very comfortable being a disgusting racist, a 78-year-old racist man in America. That's what this is about.
For you to be late, they couldn't get their equipment working or something
Mr.
was
President,
wrong.
I would love
I think
for you
it's
to
a
answer the
very
question
nasty
on your rhetoric
question.
and why you
I have
believe
answered
that
the
black folks
question.
should trust you with another
I have
5
been
years.
the best president
Here you go.
for the black population since Abraham Lincoln.
That's a lie. Does anyone out there think Donald Trump has been the best president for black people since Abraham Lincoln? Are there any Trump supporters out there that believe this? Because either he's lying or I'm not alive. Which one is it? All right. Because see, this is what we're talking about. And this is why when Trump supporters get into the live and they want to start trying to act like they care about black folk. Oh, Kamala Harris used to lock black people up. I don't even want to hear. You don't care about black people. You don't care about facts. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's just make sure we all understand this. All right. He repeatedly cites his efforts on criminal justice reform and the economy as the reasons why he has been the best president for blacks. Let's see if he does that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if he does it.
That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act.
For you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work, in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace.
Let me just ask a follow-up, sir.
So what Donald Trump is not telling his supporters is this. It was Abraham Lincoln who signed the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing enslaved people in the Confederacy and clearing the way for the ratification of the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery across the United States. Rarely does Donald Trump provide any context when he makes such statements, all right? Also, it was Ulysses S. Grant who created the DOJ and pushed for the prosecution of the Triple K. It was FDR's Justice Department who pushed for poll tax repeal. Harry S. Truman desegregated the military. Lyndon B. Johnson, through the Great Society legislation, signed the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act and the Fair Housing Act and desegregated hospitals in the South through the Social Security Act Amendment of 1965. And Barack Obama, the first black president, passed the Affordable Care Act, which has reduced racial disparities in healthcare. So when Donald Trump makes these ridiculous claims about what he's done for blacks, and he thinks he's the most consequential president for black people since Abraham Lincoln, I just want you Trump supporters to understand this man is lying.
And then we'll move on to other questions here.
One more.
Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president and be on a major party ticket, as a DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is.
Give me a definition then. Would you give me a definition?
DEI.
Give me a definition.
Sir, I'm asking you a question.
No, you have to define it. Define it for me if you
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no. I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much, and she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She has always identified as a black woman. She was historically black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you believe that she is...
I think somebody should look into that too when you continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
It's a direct question, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is a DEI hire, as some Republicans have said?
I mean, I really don't know. Could be. There are some, and there are plenty. I know this lady right over there, Harris, is a fantastic person who just...
Wow. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this one is definitely going down in the history books. Thank you for the subscription. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is just another sign that Donald Trump is very, very desperate. He has nothing to run on. He has nothing to offer the American people other than his racism, his hatred. He never says anything nice about the country. He never shows people of color any respect. He doesn't show women any respect. All right. And he always seems to think that whatever situation he's in, when he can't win, and you know, when I say win, all he does is cheat. He then defaults to trying to portray himself as America's biggest victim. This is the same guy they go around and put you ever see them with the Rambo body? You ever seen these people? They put the Rambo body on him with his face and they try to make him look like Teflon Don. Well, this is just more proof Donald Trump isn't really Teflon. Cut it out, Sir Puff. Sir Puff, I would bring you up here, but then I know what you would do. You would cry. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that. I can't even bring you up, Sir Puff. You must have gotten reported. See, this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. These Trump supporters, they don't have anything to run on besides hatred, and that's running out, all right? You know what we got to do before we kick this show off? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Donald Trump and his friend in the chat, Sir Puff, what they deserve, because these are some of the sickest people you'll ever deal with, all right? They sit on TikTok and they think that they are the victims, but they're not the victims. Like I said, they are the harassers and the abusers. They are the evil ones. Let's give them our first round of, you guessed it, boos and shame. Goodbye, Sir Puff. Yeah, I don't allow Trump supporters to be victims around me. And Sir Puff, you could go take that to the bank. You could go back and cry to Snuggles and ask Snuggles to, let you put your head in his little chest area. You could do that all you want, Sir Puff, but it won't change a thing. All right? Because you know where you're going. All right? A lot of you Trump supporters, like I've been telling you, you are on your way straight to the pits of hell. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. I got some more bad news for you MAGA demons out there. Donald Trump has gotten some bad news about Truth Social. Are any of you Trump supporters registered on Truth Social still? Any of you Trump supporters still registered with Truth Social? All right, because I know a lot of you probably invested in this scam. Any of you Trump supporters invested in his scam called Truth Social, or what I like to call Lie Central? All right, because there's some news that I want to make sure you're aware of. It doesn't affect you though. This doesn't affect you, all right, because you're gone, all right? Donald Trump's social media venture is losing users every month, hurting his bottom line and possibly showing that his rhetoric is losing appeal, even among his own base. According to a right-wing media analyst, all right, Howard Polskin, who said Truth Social had only 2.1 million users in June, a decline of 38% from over a year ago. The diminishing audience levels for Truth Social suggests a rejection of the harsh rhetoric expressed by the president and his political allies that is one of the hallmarks of the 2-year-old platform, they say. Trump Media Technology, the parent company of Truth Social, had experienced a jump in its stock prices of $46 per share after the Pewer tried to unalive Trump earlier this month. But those gains appear to have been short-lived as the stock dropped to about $29 per share as of yesterday. Wow. Both numbers are nowhere near the peak of the price, which was close to $72 per share in March after its initial public offering. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the good book says there's no rest for the wicked, all right? It also says a fool and his money will soon part, all right? And this is a good example of that. Any of you who invested in Donald Trump's genius idea called Lie Central, you deserve to be broke. It'll never go up. Even if he tries to fake another one of those you-know-whats, it's not going to go up. And his users are going to continue to flee because over there they know they're getting persecuted. How are they getting persecuted, Zeus? Well, you register to become a Truth Social cult member. Is that what happens? And then well, he keeps sending us these emails every day. He needs some money. He's inviting us every day. He's always asking for money until you get tapped out. He uses you up. All right, he dries you out like some old beef jerky. You ever seen old beef jerky, ladies and gentlemen? That's what Donald Trump does to his supporters. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do? Join me in giving Donald Trump and his deranged supporters, once again, another round of booze and shame, because they're going to continue to be taken advantage of by Donald Trump until they're completely dried up. And I do mean dried up. All right, let's give them a round of booze and shame. I mean, this is par for the course, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this stuff up. These people are single-handedly sabotaging themselves. All right, we got some more news. All right, this one's about JD Vance and the drama within the Trump campaign. You know, these Trump supporters, they've really bitten off more than they can chew by getting JD Vance, right? They've bitten off way too much. Isn't it safe to say? Well, it looks like there's something we all need to make sure to call out. Senator JD Vance has brought increased scrutiny of former President Donald Trump's campaign since being named running mate, and he is now facing fire for his past comments. You know what they are. Childless cat ladies. All right. And the leaks to the press about how Donald Trump reportedly regrets making the choice in the first place is an issue. According to Mark Caputo, writing for The Bulwark, Trump and his allies suspect these leaks are coming from one place. Where are they coming from? Trump White House counselor Kellyanne Conway. And they are not happy. Per the report, nearly 24 Trump staffers were quick to shoot down any notion that Trump was turning his back on Vance or was displeased with him amid his rocky rollout. But more than a dozen of those sources volunteered without prompting that they believed Conway was undermining him through leaks to the press, expressing doubts about his readiness and the campaign vetting. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it's like I've always said. Haven't I always said this? MAGA, they always turn on themselves. You know that, right? There's no honor amongst thieves. Yeah. What? Trump, you didn't know this man loved couches? You didn't know he was a disgusting human being, Trump, like you? You didn't know that Trump probably didn't think anyone could be nastier than him. All right? And that's what this is about. Now Trump is on the defense. I got to defend this guy that takes couches and love seats to the next level. Yeah. And you know what I start to think? Like I said, anybody that goes to a Trump supporter's house, make sure if they ask you to sit on their couch, say, hey, give me a trash bag that hasn't been used, all right? Because before I sit on that couch, I'd rather put the little trash bag down and then sit on the couch, because you know what these incels have been doing. They ain't been on a date. Ask a Trump supporter, when was the last time you've been on the date? You know what you'll see? You'll see their eyes go blank. They'll almost pass out when they start to think back at how long it's been since they've been on a date. But, you know, ask them, well, when was the last time you smashed on the couch? Oh, I did that yesterday. These are some sick peoples, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this stuff up. I wish I was lying to you. I do. But unfortunately, I'm not. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Kellyanne Conway, she's the canary in the coal mine. All right, because what she's basically, she's saying, as far as I'm concerned, there's a lot of nasty MAGA men on these couches. All right, and this is a scary situation for her. She's never dealt with anything like this. All right, but you know what, Kellyanne, you've made your bed, and unfortunately, you got to lay with these MAGA demons. Right? So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Join me in giving Kellyanne Conway what she deserves. All right, she hitched her wagon to these guys. Another round of boos and shame. I see there's some people in the audience that are slightly triggered or upset about my live and the way that I'm running it. You know, I see the dissension in the comments. So maybe you're just new to this broadcast, but if you are, let me remind you.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. Boo. Glad George got away from her. Yeah. This is why, you know, I'm a gentleman at heart. All right. You know, like, I get it. You know, we as men, we should definitely carry ourselves, you know, in the most respectful way possible. And even when we're dealing with, you know, MAGA women, right? We really should. And I will always do that, right? But I can't help but wonder at what point, what is the breaking point where one of these MAGA women say, you know what, that's just too much MAGA for me. I haven't seen a woman actually do it in real time. You usually see them after and things happen, and then they, oh yeah, I woke up. But I would love to be a fly on the wall when one of these MAGA women reaches that breaking point when they go, oh, Zeus was right, or the Democrats were right. These people are not good people, because that's what this is about. Kellyanne Conway, at what point are you going to realize that you've thrown everything away that you really love? You've thrown it all away to be in this cult. You can't get in the cult and then turn around and start crying and complaining about what's going on. You just can't do that. And I get why Donald Trump thinks it's her now. Because he knows the people in his cult. He knows the loyalty. He knows who's doing what. Yeah. So to the MAGA women out there, this is your last chance. I'm being honest with you. Get out of the cult. There's nothing attractive about these incels worshiping Donald Trump. They will send Donald Trump their rent money, that money you need to get your hair and nails done. They'll send that to Donald Trump. They don't care about you. You know who they care about? Donald Trump. They won't take a shower just to give Donald Trump some money. They won't go to work just to give. They will do anything for Donald Trump. If he tells them to, you know what, grab those ankles. You know what your husband, your man will do? He'll grab those ankles for Donald Trump. I promise you. He will. I promise you. Is there, let's just be honest. Let me see in the audience. Is there a Trump supporter, a male Trump supporter in the audience right now? Conservative Mama Bear. Oh, let's start with you. Let's start with you, Conservative Mama Bear. Let's come on up here real quick if you don't mind. All right. I want to have a real Conservative Mama Bear. Come on up here real quick if you don't mind. All right. You said something. It's not worship, it's respect. Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about that so-called respect, all right? Because you could call it whatever you want to. You could put lipstick on a pig. All you want is still a pig. Oh, Conservative Mama Bear, you don't want to come up here and defend that position? You just want to make ridiculous statements in my chat? Conservative Mama Bear, come on up here because you know what's next. Thank you. Let's have this conversation. So who? Conservative Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Are you embarrassed?
Not at all.
Yes, you should be, though. This is the problem.
Why should I be embarrassed for my views? You can have yours, I can have mine.
No,
it doesn't make either one of us a bad person.
No. Your views are wrong. You do understand a person could have wrong views. So, for instance, wouldn't you say Epstein those are bad views to have, the ones that he has? So
Epstein's views?
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Okay, so stop right there. So you understand the difference between good views and bad views very clearly. That's what you're showing me.
I do understand the difference between
okay. So listen.
Everybody is entitled to their opinion. We're not going to agree.
We just established everyone could think of. I could think of anything. I could think pigs can fly. That's not an issue. But at some point, you got to be able to discern. The issue is your ability to
Trump. Relate it to Trump because that's what you're anti-Trump. I get that.
No.
Hey,
No. I'm not anti-Trump. I'm anti-wrong. But Trump so happens to be wrong, so yeah, it falls in line with that belief system. So if you believe,
that's your opinion, though. That is your opinion, and that's fine. You
can
have that opinion.
No, ma'am. I hate evil. I hate people that do what he does. What he did to those young girls, his remarks to his daughter.
So hold on.
Wait a second, Conservative Mama. I need you to understand what he said to his daughter, Ivanka.
What did he do to Ivanka? What did he do? He made a comment about how his daughter is attractive. Is he taking showers with Ivanka the way Biden did with his daughter?
Ma'am.
Is it?
Ma'am.
You gotta be fair on both sides.
Ma'am, I could talk Biden when we move on to that. But what I don't want to do is let you do what you just did. Bring up somebody I'm not talking about. The man in the background is all I'm talking about. And you know what he said about his daughter. You know about the Epstein files. You know about E. Jean Carroll. I'm not going to explain it to you. And the fact that you know that, ma'am, and still get out here and cheerlead for Donald Trump, I'm pretty sure you got a Trump cheerleader outfit in your closet, don't you?
No, I actually
yes, you do.
don't.
Yeah, you
don't.
Do.
I'm so sorry to disappoint.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Okay. But I know you do because you're a liar. I get it. And then you don't know the truth.
You don't even know me. You're making accusations. I have a Trump flag, but I do not have a cheerleader.
That's just again.
That is not the same thing. That is not the same thing.
So you can't wear the flag by itself.
Why? Okay, for one,
you can't wear the wait. So you can't wrap your listen. Let's just be real. You can't walk out of the shower wrapped around in the Trump flag. You can't do that. See, I know how corrupt The Trump mind is y'all are a bunch of sick
okay.
people.
But see, here's the
no.
thing.
I caught you in another lie, conservative so-called mama bear. Here's the
you
thing. Here's the
don't
thing.
know.
Here's the
Here's
thing.
the deal.
Here's the thing. I gotta move on.
This is why
But
we will
you
never have a
refuse.
meeting of the minds. This is why we can
Yeah.
never have an actual
Yeah.
honest conversation
Yeah.
because the hate is too big. on our
I
side.
strongly dislike Donald Trump and all the people who support him who continue to excuse evil. You're darn right I can't. Do you go to church?
I do
bet
go
you
to
do.
church, actually. Yes, I do.
Well, your
I
pastor
do.
should be fired. Send your pastor over here and I'll tell him he should be fired because whatever he's doing in the Bible is
Nah,
wrong.
see, and this is where the division.
I'm just being, listen. Have you ever have I ever talked to you before?
I have never talked to you before.
Okay, so I have nothing to hide when I'm talking to you. I'm being straight up with you. I've never met you, but I'm getting you on everything. I knew you were in the church. I knew you were in the church. I knew you had Trump paraphernalia.
Are great at doing. You are all about.
So
shutting
you're a
me
victim.
down, calling me names, doing all your accusations.
What name did
but
I
you're
call
not
you?
allowing me to speak.
What
So
name did I call
how are
you?
Getting me on
What
anything.
name
You're
did I
being
call?
Narcissistic.
What
You're
name did I call
absolutely
you?
being narcissistic and you're gaslighting, but you're
Actually-
not allowing me to speak.
You know what I say? Every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. So you're going to excuse his behavior with Epstein, right?
Okay, let's be specific. What are you talking
Katie
about? in regards
Johnson.
to
Can you go? You got a computer next to you? Look up Katie Johnson for us. Can you do that for us? I'll give you a little bit of time. I'll give you. You got a computer right next to you? Please look up Katie.
But I'm not using Google for it.
I don't care. Use Bing. Use anything. I don't give a darn. Look up Katie Johnson. Can you do that for us?
I can.
All right. And then after this, if you read that and you still are supporting Donald Trump, I'm done with it. Because I can't talk to demons that long. All right. But this is your one chance to get it out.
Again, there's no.
Can you look it up,
point.
ma'am? If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. How about that?
But here's the thing.
No.
You won't admit to being wrong because
No.
you're too hate-filled.
No. If you read about Katie Johnson, right, and I'm wrong, right, and this turns out to be a great story and nothing's wrong with it, then I will apologize right here. Let's get this out of the way real fast, if you don't mind.
So accusations made.
No, did you read it? You said you got a computer. I hear your mouse clicking around. Go ahead. Don't pretend.
So these are accusations made.
I didn't ask you to assess it.
13-year-old girl.
Oh.
Right? Okay. Am I on the right page? Are you approving of what I'm looking up right now?
Yeah. What does it say?
Said that there's circulating court document alleging a sexual assault against former President Trump against a 13-year-old girl.
Oh.
Allegations. Oh. That's what it says. Allegations, much like...
Ma'am, let me ask you a question. Let's just say they are true, because you know how things in court start. Everything starts out with an allegation.
Yeah.
But then somehow it turns into convictions. And I can promise you, you don't even think the convictions that he does have.
Hold on.
You don't even think the
convictions have now been dismissed.
Wait. You don't even think the convictions he has matters, correct?
I didn't say anything like that. You're putting words into my...
Okay. Well, let me be honest. Let's play it your way. So do the convictions matter that he has?
If they are factual, of course.
Okay, so the answer to your question is no, because you don't think that the New York court...
That's not what I said.
You don't think the New York judge is a credible judge. You think he's a weaponized agent of Biden's DOJ. I know what you
You're
think.
putting words into my mouth.
So
I
you
never
think
said that.
So you think the charges stick?
What? I never said any of that. You're putting words into my mouth.
Because
Allegations are just that. They're allegations. I could accuse you of a lot of things.
Okay, let's go. Okay,
and then we can go to court for
so
that, and they would just be that. They would just be allegations without proof.
Okay.
Without findings.
Okay, so this case right here, let's just say it's true. Then what?
If they are true, then that would piss me off. I'd be upset about that.
Okay. Let's talk about the E. Jean Carroll case. That's something that's been adjudicated, right?
The E. Jean Carroll case, he got charged with defamation.
Wait. And the judge also said that he raped her. That's been adjudicated. All right. That means there's nothing that
was, though. But
that was a civil case, but the judge did clarify that he did digitally grape her. They don't know if it was his mushroom or the finger. But at one point, but what he did do, that's funny to you? That's funny to you?
It is funny to me because you're cherry picking and you're not paying attention to the
So
fact that
no, ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am.
there's statute of limitations
You see what you're
allegedly.
doing again, ma'am?
What am I doing? You're not allowing me to fucking speak.
Wait. No, please, we don't curse on this platform.
No, we gaslight. That's
No.
what we do. We
be-
gaslight
be-
and we're
because
narcissistic.
we
That's what you do.
we-
That's what you're about.
No, what
You're
we're
not
doing
about
is
facts.
casting
You're
out
not
the
about-
MAGA demon. And what I'm pointing out to you is in every situation I've asked you to look into, your mind can't handle the truth.
Did I
That's
look
a
into
sign.
it? Did I not? I did look into it.
Yeah. But guess what you did? You
I
said,
they were
oh,
allegations, which is exactly what they are.
yeah. So you excused it. Then we got
I
to
didn't
E. Jean
excuse
Carroll.
it. I said they are current allegations which have been dismissed. Had he been charged with it? Had there
Well,
been
where's
findings,
Epstein
that's a
at?
different
What happened to Epstein? If it was just allegations,
Oh,
conservative.
That's a whole other story. What did in fact happen to Epstein?
Apparently, there was
Did
something
he
to those
actually hang
allegations.
himself, or was that an
No.
inside job? Who knows?
Well, no. I didn't ask how he expired. I'm telling you, they actually did prosecute him.
With
Okay,
Epstein,
so
yes,
it
they did.
so it went from allegations to him being prosecuted and convicted. So if
Okay.
that happened to the guy that Donald Trump was hanging out with, what makes you think this
Hold on,
story
hold
is
on.
fake?
No, that's not entirely true. Did
Okay,
he know
okay,
who
okay.
Epstein was? Yes. Did he hang out with him? I would hardly say he hung out with him. He actually had him kicked out of Mar-a-Lago, banned from Mar-a-Lago because of the way that he was treating women there, and he didn't associate with him further beyond that point.
Wrong. He was dancing
Where's
with
the
him.
proof in that? What do I need to look up now?
You just keep looking into the Katie Johnson files and finding the proof of the call logs. All right, him calling Jeffrey at night and all this other stuff. You're so far down in denial right now, and this is some sick stuff. And this is why I do this show every day. You are possessed with the MAGA demon, ma'am, and I gotta move it
I'm
on.
really not possessed with
No,
the
no,
MAGA
no,
demon.
no. You are, because you've been in my box lying and excusing Donald Trump's
What?
behavior.
Okay, stop,
and I would
stop
imagine.
right there. Before
I-
you sit there and say
No.
I lied, what exactly did I lie about? What did I
You said they're
say that's considered
accusations.
a lie?
You saying that stuff is accusations, while at the same time you know Jeffrey was prosecuted.
Okay, but hold up. That is not
So,
me
and then you
lying.
lied.
I
Wait.
looked up
And then you
things
said all
told me
that.
to look up,
And then
it
you
was
said Donald Trump didn't
information,
know
and I read it
Epstein.
back to you. That is not me lying.
And
That
then
is
you
me
said-
reading to you what you have.
No.
to look up.
And then you said Trump doesn't really know Epstein like that. And I'm like, oh, so you think all the videos
Again,
that are.
not what I said.
So you saw him
I said
dancing.
you're
Wait.
leaving
So you
those
saw him
bits and
dancing with him.
pieces.
You saw him dancing with Epstein then, right?
I did not see him dancing with Epstein.
Of course not.
I personally have not seen that photograph. If you
No.
have, fine. I have
Of course
seen it.
not. And this is why, you know what?
Of course not. So now I'm at fault because I didn't see a picture of him dancing
Yeah.
with Epstein.
Yes, because you're
Am
lying.
I at fault for not seeing that picture?
Because you're lying, and I can prove
How
it.
am I fucking lying?
Why are you cursing?
Why are you fucking gaslighting and
Oh,
being a narcissist?
see. I can't do it, ladies and gentlemen. See, you can't get in my box, and that MAGA demon doesn't run this show. I run this show, ma'am, number one. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm tired of dancing with a devil like you. You're totally possessed with the MAGA demon. You know everything I'm telling you is true. That's why you're so triggered. Oh, you've never seen any of these videos of him dancing with Epstein? Interesting. But I bet you know everything Joe Biden did. I bet you. You know everything about what Hunter Biden did. I bet you. See, this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we got to do? I don't like having MAGA demons in my box like that, but I had to just give you all a bit of that, because you only can say so much stuff on TikTok before it gets out of control. And she was about to get this live taken there. Donald Trump was associated with Jeffrey. Case closed. Donald Trump has said inappropriate things about his own daughter. Case closed. As a matter of fact, in the hush money trial, Stormy Daniels confirmed that before Donald Trump ended up smashing, he told Stormy, "You remind me of my daughter," before he then got inside of, I gotta keep it clean. You got the E. Jean Carroll case, plus 26 other women, ma'am. All these women can't be lying. There's no secret meeting happening where 13-year-olds, along with fully grown adult women, are meeting somewhere just to try to bring Donald Trump down. Him and his nasty little self mushroom, whatever you want to call it. Conservative mama bear. I want you to know, and I don't know it, but if you're in a relationship with one of these MAGA men, they don't respect you. They think what Donald Trump is doing to Melania is acceptable. Yeah. While you holding the baby, it's okay for me to go out here and smash on a woman, any woman at that, without any protection. Yeah. I don't care. You just gave your partner permission to do that. And this is why I do what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. We got to send that MAGA demon straight to the pits of hell where she came from. Join me in giving conservative mama bear a round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I refuse to let these Trump supporters be victims around me. I really do. And I see a lot of you are triggered in the comment section.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yep, and I still mean that. And I reserve the right. No, she can stay. She at least had the courage to get in the box and reveal herself to be possessed. All right, she can stay. But to the other Trump supporters in the chat, I just want you to all understand. The moment I catch you in one of those lies, I'm gonna bring your behind up here and do the same thing to you. I don't care if I've ruined your breakfast. I really don't. All right. We got a couple more topics and then I'll open up the boxes, all right? President Trump failed along with Republicans. Mitt Romney and other prominent GOP members confirmed Trump's efforts to torpedo the border bill. And this is the only thing I'm bringing up is this. The border problem is because of Donald Trump, all right? And it's in the words of the Republicans. So when the Republicans bring up the border, I want you to all make sure they know this. This is what
I think the border is a very important issue for Donald Trump. And the fact that he would communicate to...
So this is Mitt Romney going on record blaming Donald Trump.
I think the border is a very important issue for Donald Trump. And the fact that he would communicate to Republican senators and congresspeople that he doesn't want us to solve the border problem because he wants to blame Biden for it is really appalling.
I'm extremely disappointed in the very strange
This is Dan Crenshaw from Texas.
By many on the right to torpedo potential border reform bill. If we have a bill that on net significantly decreases illegal immigration, and we sabotage that is inconsistent with what we told our voters we would do. But it would. This is a pretty unacceptable dereliction of your duty.
All right, so here's James Lankford, another Republican, saying that Donald Trump is responsible for the border.
Popular commentator 4 weeks ago that I talked to that told me flat out, if you try to move a bill that solves the border crisis during this presidential year, I will do whatever I can to destroy you.
But I wouldn't. Another Republican confirming they cannot fix the border because Donald Trump won't let them. Let's go. Chip Roy.
President Trump failed, along with Republicans, Paul Ryan and the guys. They failed in 2018 to actually move a border security bill to tighten this so that we weren't dealing with this crisis right now. They failed to actually get the wall built. President Trump signed 12 continuing resolutions after he said he would never sign another one if they didn't give him the money to finish building the wall. Look, this stuff matters. It adds up. I call balls and strikes. This is not hard.
So look at this. I mean,
it says that if one migrant comes across the border, that's one migrant too many, and your bill doesn't do enough to completely shut down the border.
Actually, it does completely shut down the border in many ways.
So, and you can hear it in Donald Trump's words himself. Listen to what Trump says. All right.
There is zero chance I will support this horrible open borders betrayal of America. It's not going to happen. I noticed that, and I'll fight it all the way. I noticed a lot of the senators are trying to say respectfully they're blaming it on me. I said, that's okay. Please blame it on me. Please. because they were getting ready to pass a very bad bill.
You hear what he said? Blame the border on him. And that's what we're going to do. So to the Trump supporters in my chat, I don't want to ever hear anything about immigration. He could have fixed it in 2018. He didn't. He could have fixed it just recently, a few months ago. He didn't. He wants the border open because he's okay with it. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving these Republicans and these Trump supporters in my chat what they deserve. Another round of, you guessed it, booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right. I got one more topic, and then you know what it is, all right? I just wanted to cover this, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you are complaining about those interest rates, all right? You know, because the economy was better under Trump. Under Trump is what they like to do, right? The immigration, the border, we had lower crossings under Trump, but we're starting to find out Donald Trump doesn't want to fix the border, and now it's starting to look like the interest rates are high. They're high because of Donald Trump. Get this. The Fed chair is accused of trying to get Donald Trump elected by keeping interest rates high. Here we go again. Inflation has what? Cooled dramatically since the U.S. Federal Reserve began hiking interest rates in 2022. But the central bank announced Wednesday that it would keep the rates pegged at a 2-decade high for the 12th consecutive month, intensifying concerns that the chair of the powerful body is acting on political rather than economic reasoning. The Revolving Door Project, an anti-corruption watchdog group, accused Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell of trying to get Donald Trump elected, noting that the former president and 2024 GOP nominee warned Powell against cutting interest rates before November contest, a message Republican lawmakers have echoed. Trump originally nominated Powell to serve as the central bank chair, and President Joe Biden renominated him in 2021 despite significant pushback from progressives. Jeff Hauser, executive director, said in a statement yesterday that while lower rates would provide much needed economic relief to the American people, Powell has instead chosen to stick it to the people and give an electoral boost to Donald Trump. That Powell's Fed still refuses to lower interest rates after Donald Trump said that the rates shouldn't be lowered before the election raises concerns about the central bank's independence. Whether the Fed keeps the rates high or brings them down, one of two presidential candidates will benefit. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are at right now. A lot of these Trump supporters, they like to complain and say that the interest rates are high, and now we're finding out they're high because Donald Trump wants them to be high so he can get elected. Wow. Donald Trump wants the border to be open. Why? So he can get elected. He doesn't care about any of those things, all right? All he cares about is getting elected and avoiding prison. And guess what? We're not going to let it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters once again another round of booze and shame because we caught them dead in their tracks. I'm not lying.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right. Alrighty then. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the last part of the show where we must cover January 6th. We got another seditionist, treasonous traitor that has been brought to justice. All right. And before I go any further, because look at this, the time is kind of already passed. I got too busy wrapped up arguing with that deranged MAGA demon. You know, let me see who's in the chat right now. I see some people are out there and they're triggered.
Not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Exactly. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is make sure you Trump supporters understand a couple of things. Mr. Nice, whatever you want to call yourself. I want you to know you're one of the ugliest people I've ever seen on this app. You need to do something because you shouldn't be both ugly inside and outside. I mean, these people that are Trump supporters, ladies and gentlemen, they say the silliest things, and it just reveals how uninformed, how unintelligent these folks are. Mr. Nice Guy, be honest with us. When was the last time you've been on a date? Mr. Nice Guy, I see you in the chat. Don't get scared now. Seriously. When was the last time you've been on a date? Because you look like and you sound like an incel to Zeus, all right? And I've known you for quite a while. And see this, ladies and gentlemen? He's insecure. Oh, well, Zeus is unemployed. He's been saying this for years. And what he's telling us is, this is what a lot of the so-called people he is interested in dating tell him. They say, oh, no, I can't date you because you're not employed. What they really won't say is, no, you're just ugly and you're not my type. That's what the issue is, Mr. Nice Guy. I want you to know it's more than just you're not unemployed. It's also you're ugly. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Mr. Nice Guy in my chat what he deserves. A round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I see someone in the chat asking me, why am I so angry? Let me see. Who's this? Who said that to Zeus? Who said that? And it's a good question. Why are you so angry? All right. Whoever said that, let me answer why Zeus is so angry. Maybe this will help you. I'm angry because of him. I'm angry because of any of you who support this guy. That's why. You all have engaged in something that is almost, in my opinion, unforgivable. You're lucky we're the United States, because in any other country where there was a dictator, when you did what you did on January 6th, that would have been 99. It would have been over for you. And I'm being serious. No, Nola, I'm going to tell you why. This is why, Nola. See, I wasn't going to do it, but now I'm going to explain to you why. Nola, you remember during the 2020 election, Donald Trump lied to you?
Get out and vote. Do those beautiful absentee ballots, or just make sure your vote gets counted. Make sure, because the only way we're going to lose this election is if the election is rigged. Remember that. It's the only way we're going to lose this election. So we have to be very careful. Now look, this is more than this election. That's a big statement.
Yeah.
The only way they're going to win is that way.
You hear what he did? He lied to you and said the only way Biden would win is if the election was rigged. That was a lie. All right. And you saw what happened on election night, Nola. You remember? Joe Biden won, right? You remember Joe Biden won on election night. But Nola, did he come out and concede? You asked me why I'm angry. This is why I'm angry. I'm angry about January 6th. No, he didn't concede. Instead, he came out and he lied.
We won Texas by 700,000 votes, and they don't even include it in the tabulations. It's also clear that we have won Georgia. We didn't win Georgia. We're up by 2.5%, or 117,000 votes with only 7% left. They're never going to catch us. They can't catch us.
They can't catch us.
Likewise, we've clearly won North Carolina. We're up 1.4%, or 77,000 votes with only approximately 5% left. They can't catch us.
They can't catch us. You hear how he's setting himself up? He's setting you all up. They can't catch us. What is he talking about? Oh, the crimes he's committing. That's what he's talking about. And you all can't follow this. All right? So he didn't concede. Then he goes a little bit further.
We won Texas by 700,000 votes, and
Nola.
they don't even include it in the tabulations.
Nola.
It's such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight, and then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win, so they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory. 300.
You see what he did? He's not conceding to Joe Biden. That's why I'm angry. You can't be angry about inflation. I just explained to you Donald Trump's little friend, Jerome Powell, doesn't want inflation to go down, because if it does, Trump won't win an election. He wants it up. He wants the border open. So please be quiet, Nola. Seriously. All right? So he won't concede to Joe Biden, but Nola, this is the part that really grinds my gears. He actually convinced you that he won. Listen to this. Listen to what he said to you, Nola.
We had such a big night. North Carolina, big victory with North Carolina. And so we won there. We lead by 76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. So our goal now is to ensure...
Earth to Nola. Earth to Nola. Nola, are you still there? Are you okay? Because what he just did right there, he just tricked you into thinking the numbers changed on the scoreboard after the game was over. You ever seen that happen in your life, Nola? It's never happened anywhere except for in MAGAville, where your special behind is. Yeah, I'm angry about it, but it didn't stop there, Nola. It didn't stop there. So now that Donald Trump has radicalized his supporters, he's turned them into his soldiers, modern day Confederate soldiers. And he thinks of himself as the modern day Jefferson Davis. And so what does Donald Trump do once he gets his supporters radicalized and turned into his soldiers? A lot of you have been asking me this question. Nola, I hope you're there, because this one's for you. And I know you remember it, all right? He decides, you know what I need to do? I need to figure out a way to get them to do some things for me, because after all, I am their daddy, right? And so, Nola, do you remember this? I want to make sure you got this and you remember this, Nola. Hold on. Here we go. This is what he does. Attention! Nola, I lost to Joe Biden, and I'm very angry. So what I need you to do, Nola, is to send me all the money that you got. Checking, savings, check under your mattress. You know what? I even take crypto. Even use your credit card. Send the money to me. That'll make me feel very good. But then you know what I need you to do, Nola? I need you to meet me in Washington, D.C. at an event that I am hosting called Stop the Steal. Nola, say Stop the Steal with us. Nola, is Nola still in the chat? Or have they tapped out? I told you I'm going to wear you out, Nola. You wanted to talk to Zeus. I'm talking to you. Oh, yeah, at an event that I'm hosting called Stop the Steal. Be there. Big protest in D.C. on January 6th. Be there, will be wild. And what did Nola do, ladies and gentlemen? Nola is in the chat right now getting cooked. I'm cooking you, Nola. You can't do anything about it but get cooked, all right? Stay in the pot. Well, Nola said, you know what? That's an offer I can't refuse, right? I would love to be wet and wild with my daddy in D.C. So Nola sent Donald Trump all their money, and we all saw it. And then Nola decided to figure out a way to get to Washington, D.C. Now, here's the thing. Nola lost all the money that they had because they sent it to Trump. So they said, what's the best way that I can get to D.C.? Nola said, oh, hey guys, why don't we rent this U-Haul? A U-Haul, that's a great idea. It's a great mass transport vehicle, all right? Yes, U-Hauls, ladies and gentlemen. And what did these knuckleheads decide to do? Well, they decided to cram in the back of these U-Hauls and make that trek to Washington, D.C. Now, many of you don't know who Nola is in the chat, but don't worry. I got an up-close photo of who Nola and her friends are, or their friends. I don't know what Nola is. All right, but let's see. Look at Nola right here, ladies and gentlemen. You know who these folks are, right? It's the white supremacists. Yeah, the Patriot Front. You know those groups, right? The Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, the Boogaloo Boys. Yeah, they crammed in the back of those U-Hauls, nice and sweaty and ready to go meet their daddy in Washington, D.C. So they made it to Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen. And you know, this is probably one of the most disturbing parts of the story. When they made it to Washington, D.C., they received some updates from Lieutenant Marjorie Taylor Greene. Many of us suspect this is the pipe bomber, but, you know, others call her Three Toes, all right? And she is 6 toes down on January 6th. And somebody look into that, because I know the Q people know 6 toes down on January 6th. It gots to be the pipe bomber. Look into that, MAGA, with your smart behinds. And what did Marjorie tell these radicalized supporters, Nola? Nola, are you there? What did Marjorie say to you?
If we have a sea of people, if we shut down the streets, if we shut down everything, if we flood the Capitol building, flood all the government buildings, go inside. These are public buildings. We own them. We own these buildings. Do you understand that? We own the buildings and we pay all the people that work in the buildings.
Newsflash, MAGA, you don't own anything. You barely own your souls. How the heck could she convince you you own the federal government? Y'all ain't really thinking about this stuff, right? So now that you all have been led to believe the election was stolen, and now that you believed that you own those buildings, what's the next step, Nola? Is Nola still here? Ladies and gentlemen, someone please check on Nola. All right, pin their next comment if you see it. But you know what? I think Nola has tapped out. What happened next, Nola? Well, here it is. There was an exchange that took place between the President of the United States and the Vice President of the United States. Do you all remember this? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump moseys on into the office with Mike Pence. Hey, Pence, buddy, old pal, I got everything in motion. I got that fake elector scheme in motion. All right. Nola, say scheme. Say scheme. All right. MAGA, say scheme. All right. Because this is a very important term for you to learn about. And I also got my soldiers waiting patiently for me at the ellipse, waiting for me to give the orders. I just need you to do that one thing, Pence, that one thing you and I talked about. Don't you dare certify those votes for Joe Biden. And you know what happened? Mike Pence, he grew a little spine that day. And he said, you know what, Mr. President, I don't think I can do that for you. Because in order for me to do that, it would require me to place you above the United States of America's Constitution. American Ninja, you know this, right? If not, then you're not an American. All right, a document that our founding fathers and the framers fought and bled for. A document that even to this day, Americans continue to fight and bleed for. And frankly, Mr. President, I don't think anyone asking me to do such a thing is fit to be president of these United States. That's what his vice president said. A Republican said. This wasn't a radical left Democrat. This was a real Republican having to tell Donald Trump he was out of line. You don't believe me?
Irrespective of the indictment, I want the American people to know that I had no right to overturn the election. And then on that day, President Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution. But I chose the Constitution, and I always will. Anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be President of the United States. And anyone who asks someone else to put themselves over the Constitution should never be President of the United States again. And what the President maintained that day, and frankly has said over and over again over the last 2.5 years, is completely false. I dismissed it out of hand, but sadly the President was surrounded by a group of crackpot lawyers that kept telling him what his itching ears wanted to hear. And I had hoped that on this matter of January 6th that it wouldn't come to this, because I do believe that this is going to further ignite the divide in the country. It'll be up to the government now to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this actually represented criminal activity. But what I want the American people to know is that I know in my heart of hearts that I did my duty under the Constitution that day.
You did do your duty under the Constitution, Vice President Pence. You did. Thank you. So what did Donald Trump do when Mike Pence stuck it to him like that? Well, he leaned into Mike Pence. His breath was smelling like Big Macs and Diet Coke. And he says, you know what your problem is, Pence? You're a little too honest. And he called him the nasty P word. You know, the same P word you so-called Christians heard him say on that infamous Access Hollywood tape right before you voted for him. You know what I'm talking about? Conservative mama, are you still here? Or are you somewhere crying, perhaps? Crying with NOLA. That's where you should be. You know what? I'll take care of this myself. Security, take me to the Ellipse to meet up with my troops. Secret Service says, sir, we don't think it's safe for you to go to the Ellipse. These people are armed to the T. They got military-grade equipment, tactical gear, and they got this thing called demon spray. What's demon spray? Well, you take a little pepper spray, a little bear spray, and a little wasp spray. You put a little orange dye inside, and you shake it up, and you say a little ritual, a little prayer over it, and then next thing you know, you spray it on somebody, and they get possessed with the MAGA demon. Trump says, they got that kind of stuff there? Yes, Mr. President, they do. Trump thought about it for a split second, and he says, you know what? I don't care. Take me to be with my troops. Because after all, they're not bringing that stuff there to harm me. And at the time, prior to this incident that happened in Butler, Trump said, you know what? You're right. Secret Service says, you know what? You're right. They're not going to harm you with that. And say that off they went to rush him to the Ellipse to meet up with his troops. Is Nola still in the chat? Nola, are you there? Put a 1 up in the chat, Nola, if you're still there. Mods, please pin the comment if Nola says they're there. All right. So Secret Service, they take him to the Ellipse. And when he gets to the Ellipse, we all remember this infamous moment, right? When he got on stage. Notice the trench coat and the leather gloves. And I'm always going to point this out. Whenever you saw, when the leather gloves are synonymous with the crime scene. Think OJ. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Nola left the building, okay. Yes, leather gloves, trench coat. This is a crime scene. I said, this reminds me of OJ. And at that moment, I knew this was going to be bigger than OJ. I knew it. All right, this moment. And what did Donald Trump do, ladies and gentlemen, when he got on stage? He encouraged his supporters to engage in heinous acts of violence.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol. And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
So that's Donald Trump encouraging his soldiers to get ready to engage in heinous acts of violence. He's not talking to BLM. No, he's not talking to Antifa. He's talking to his supporters. This is why I tell you, Trump supporters, get those knee pads ready and those elbow pads ready, because Jack Smith is coming for each and every single one of you. It wasn't just Trump that encouraged those people to engage in heinous acts of violence, and I shouldn't call them people. I'm going to call them demons. It wasn't just Trump that encouraged these demons to attack the Capitol. Other Republicans joined in.
Who hides evidence? Criminals hide evidence, not honest people. So, over the next 10 days, we get to see the machines that are crooked, the ballots that are fraudulent, and if we're wrong, we will be made fools of. But if we're right, a lot of them will go to jail.
Well, clearly you were wrong. A lot of you on the
Trial
jail.
by combat.
All of us here today do not want to see our election victory stolen by emboldened radical left Democrats, which is what they're doing, and stolen by the fake news media. That's what they've done and what they're doing. We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's death involved.
So you hear him radicalizing his soldiers and getting ready to give them the orders, which he ended up doing. He gave them direct orders to go to the United States Capitol and to engage in heinous acts of violence. And people go, no, that's not what he said, Zeus. You left out the part where he said peacefully and patriotically. No. That part doesn't even count, because what we have is evidence of what his supporters remembered him saying before they went up there and broke the law. Take, for instance, this particular individual. All right, you all remember who this individual was, right? You all remember this knucklehead? This was Ashley Babbitt. Listen to her rhetoric.
Where is everybody? Huh? You got where is Kamala? Where is Kamala? Talking about ISIS like KKK. We got this migrant kid. You know what? We have thousands of people on the other side of the border. You people can't get to work. Our economy is going to take an absolute tank because you guys refuse to choose America over your stupid political party. There's an estimated over 3 million people here today. So despite what the media tells you, boots on ground definitely say something different. There is a sea of nothing but red, white, and blue patriots in Trump. And it was amazing. You could see the president talk. We are now walking down the inaugural path to the Capitol building. 3 million plus people.
So she's confirmed there's a sea of nothing but red, white, and blue patriots for Donald Trump. They're walking down the inaugural path after listening to Donald Trump give her the orders. And we all remember what happened to Ashley Babbitt, right, ladies and gentlemen? Do you all remember what happened to Ashley Babbitt? This is the moment where she was inside of the Capitol illegally because she thought she owned those buildings. And this is the moment where she lost her life in the battlefield for Donald Trump. You hear that? That's the moment right before she lost her life in the battlefield. A woman Donald Trump was supposed to protect, one of his own foot soldiers, lost her life in the battlefield for Donald J. Trump. All because of his big lie. And what did Donald Trump do, MAGA? What did Donald Trump do when he found out that he had lost one of his foot soldiers?
Is that Donald Trump was passed a note after one of the rioters was shot in the Capitol and was made clear that this person had been shot, this woman had been shot in the chest. And the valet says that he offered no reaction upon learning that. He kept sitting in the chair watching the violence unfurl on TV.
A non-reaction at the death of Ashley Babbitt.
You hear that? He didn't even care that he lost one of his foot soldiers in the battlefield that day. As far as he was concerned, she failed to complete the mission. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the truth about January 6th. This wasn't a peaceful movement like BLM was. This wasn't a tourist visit that had gone awry. This wasn't just a bunch of people who got lost and ended up in a place they shouldn't have been. No, this was a crime scene. A crime scene planned and organized by Donald J. Trump and his inner circle, all the way down to his foot soldiers, his supporters. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is January 6th. And on that note, I have another update for the group, for the community today. We have another update, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind. We got another seditionist, treasonous traitor who's been brought to justice. So you know what this means, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get ready to send the MAGA demon straight to hell. A Slidell man has pled guilty to a felony charge for his actions during the January 6th Capitol breach. The U.S. Attorney's Office reported that the 30-year-old Charles Tyler Hember pled guilty to a felony charge of civil disorder on Monday. Court documents state that Hember participated in the Stop the Steal rally in Washington, D.C. on January 6th, where he and others reportedly attempted to force themselves inside the United States Capitol building after pushing against the police. I thought they backed the blue. They don't back the blue, they attack the blue. The district attorney's office reported that Hember and others later made their way inside the building and surged forward into the rotunda before being removed by police. Court documents state Hember made several posts on Facebook on January 6th, including, quote, "We're in! Making history! Storm in the Capitol Hill is a go. Draining the swamp manually. Evacuating Capitol Hill, pushing back." He was arrested on February 16th, and his sentencing date, ladies and gentlemen, has not been set. So guess what? You know what we got to do. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving this seditionist, treasonous traitor a round of what? Booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
And since this knucklehead wants to be a soldier so bad in Donald J. Trump's Confederate Army, let's send him off the old-fashioned way.
I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay. We have just been through an intense election and emotions are high, but now tempers must be cooled and calm restored. We must get on with the business of America. My campaign vigorously pursued every legal avenue to contest the election results. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. In so doing, I was fighting to defend American democracy. I continue to strongly believe that we must reform our election laws to verify the identity and eligibility of all voters and to ensure faith and confidence in all future elections. Now Congress has certified the results. A new administration will be inaugurated on January 20th. My focus now turns to ensuring a smooth, orderly, and seamless transition of power. This moment calls for healing and reconciliation. 2020 has been a challenging time for our people. A menacing pandemic has upended the lives of our citizens, isolated millions in their homes, damaged our economy, and claimed countless lives. Defeating this pandemic and rebuilding the greatest economy on earth will require all of us working together. It will require a renewed emphasis on the civic values of patriotism, faith, charity, community, and family. We must revitalize the sacred bonds of love and loyalty that bind us together as one national family. To the citizens of our country, serving as your president has been the honor of my lifetime. And to all of my wonderful supporters, I know you are disappointed, but I also want you to know that our incredible journey is only just beginning. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
He must think the rest of the country is just as foolish, just as much of a nut job as his supporters. Now, let's go ahead and rewind and play that back, MAGA. He lied to you and told you that the election was stolen. He told you he won. He lured you to the Capitol on January 6th. He instructed you to go inside the Capitol building. Then he gets on national television and tells you, you do not represent this country. Y'all can't connect those dots? Ninja, you should... American, drop the name off your ninja. You're not an American. You are a traitor. It wasn't stolen. Your mind has been stolen, perhaps. Sounds like maybe your soul's been stolen. See what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? You got these people in the chat right now. They're upset because we've exposed their plans. We've exposed who their cult leader is. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying this and I will continue to maintain this. When it's all said and done, Donald Trump is going to go down in history as the most successful ringmaster ever. All right, because he's running by far one of the most successful circuses we've ever seen in human existence. Why do you say it's a circus, Zeus? Because he does exactly what a clown does. A clown wears makeup. He wears that orange makeup, and you know they say he puts the little T. You can see it on his cheek, the little T right there, and then he does a little line. Yeah. He's branding his face, and it's red, and then he blends it all in. Yeah, he wears makeup like a clown. A clown wears a wig. Look at that bird's nest. He smacks dab that bird's nest right there on his cranium. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. You ever seen a clown with that thing around its waist and that ridiculous suit? He doesn't blend well, Ange, I agree. Yeah, he wears that diaper. You know he wears diapers, right, MAGA? You do know, I know he wears it, and you're going to try to pretend like you don't know, but we all know he wears diapers. Right? And then he puts on that same crumpled blue suit with that ridiculous red tie. Can he please find another suit to wear on Fox News? This is getting sick. He don't change his suit. He probably don't change his diaper. Don't change his socks. Don't change nothing. Just the same clown outfit. And he gets on his social media platform and spews lies. On that platform, we call it Lie Central. Yeah, he gives his supporters the latest and the greatest lies and orders. And y'all all repeat them. He has y'all walking that tightrope of lies, jumping through those hoops of misinformation and disinformation for him. Yeah, it's a circus. Think about it. He's selling you gold shoes. You don't need gold shoes except for in a circus. You don't need Trump bucks except for in his circus. You don't need Trump stocks and NFTs except for in his circus. Steaks, water. You got that degree? Where you get your degree from? Trump University? Trump Charities. Trump. Where you staying at Trump Towers. It's all fraud. When are y'all going to wake up and realize it's too late? Your souls are on the line, MAGA. When? That woman got in my box, conservative mama. She got in my box and told me that I'm full of hate. No, I'm not hateful. I got a lot of love in my heart. This is probably one of the most loveliest platforms you could ever be on and be heard, even if you're wrong. But I got zero tolerance for folks trying to gaslight me and manipulate me. You're darn right I do. They say, Zeus, you should get on the Trump train. We're winning. How many of you heard of the Trump train? And I said, you know what? Let me look into that. I want you all to know I've looked into this Trump train. All right, I really have. And I looked at that thing and I said, that is a first class trip straight to hell. Anyone on the Trump train? Yeah, you got a first class trip straight to hell. And I'm talking Lake of Fire. That's where you're all headed. And you know me, I've been saying it. Anyone that supports Donald Trump is guaranteed to get the ultimate MAGA reward. And they say, Zeus, what's the ultimate MAGA reward? Let me explain it to you, MAGA. This is how the ultimate MAGA reward works. First, you're going to go to jail. And then if you do not get your soul right, you're going to go straight to hell. With a chapter 11 in between, that means you're going broke, right? And this is how it's going to plan out. This is how it's going to pan out. You're going to take your last breath on this earth. And you're going to be on that Trump train heading towards those pearly gates to be one with the Lord. That's what a lot of them think because a lot of them believe they're Christians. That Trump train's going to pull up to those ivory towers in heaven. And you're going to grab your luggage and you're going to head towards the exit thinking you're about to get off. And security is going to stop you. Nola, conservative mama, so-called ninja in the chat. You're not getting off here. No, this isn't your stop. The others can get off, but you're going to sit here. And you need to take your special behind down and sit in the train still. Your next stop is hell. Oh, no. I'm a Christian. I don't belong in hell. I've been a good person. I've worshiped you, Jesus. And then you know what they're going to say? No. You've worshiped Donald Trump. You've promoted evil while you were alive. You are no child of mine. Now get on those knees and then you know what? Get on the train and get ready to go to hell in the lake of fire. And you're going to throw a fit with security, and security's going to go, no. You had your chance. You were in Zeus's live. You ignored the truth. No, I didn't. And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to play this live back to you. And they're going to show all you Trump supporters how you're acting out here on TikTok, all at home with your family and your friends. And they're going to say, you rejected the truth. And because of that, you will not be able to get into the kingdom. This is what the good Lord's going to do. Now get in your chair and get ready to go straight to hell. You're going to start crying and you're going to get in your seat, and that train is going to take off. First stop, hell, lake of fire. May you rest in hell. That's how that's going to end for you, you Trump supporters, if you don't get your soul right. All right? Now, some people have made it out. All right? Some people have made it out of the cult. All right? And we got proof of that. Listen up.
To the Christians, do not be deceived. Stop thinking that everybody who waves a flag and shouts freedom is your friend and a good person, because we have people like this trying to join up in the movements. I found this out the hard way. That not everybody is in things for the same reasons you are. I was in the People's Convoy, and what a fucking disappointment that ended up being. What a disappointment to find out that these people that you were with, they weren't like you. They didn't care about the country. They were a bunch of grifting motherfucking live streamers that wanted to make money off of the people in America who were hardworking and sending their money, little old ladies, old men, people who had to wait for their paychecks so they could give a little bit of money to help people drive around and shout freedom and fight for freedom. And to find out that it was really for nothing, to find out that the people involved, a lot of the people involved that are involved in this convoy right here were really bad people. They were bad people who did not care about the causes that they joined. They used them for their own profit. How sad is that? When there's people who really, really fucking care. There's people who really sacrifice for the causes. They sacrifice for the causes. For real. It's in their hearts. And these kinds of motherfuckers come and attach them.
You see that? Get your souls right, MAGA, or you're going to end up like this woman. She might actually make it into heaven. At least she's waking up and realizing that all these people that are shouting MAGA, all right, they're just doing it to get the money. They don't care about her. They taking her hard-earned money. All right, so listen up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my monologue. We are now ready to open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the boxes and tell the truth. Open up these boxes. All right, you know the rules. 3 minutes to say whatever it is you got to say. All right. If you're opposition, bring facts. All right, because we don't got time to be dealing with the lies today. All right. And by the way, I'll be honest with you. I've never met an honest Trump supporter. I've never met one. All right. So I know you can't be honest and a Trump supporter at the same time. I just want you all to know I know that. Don't get up here and try to pretend like it's otherwise. All right, let me get the timer set. All right, let's get that thing going. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got about a good 1,000 people in here. That's good. All right, and let's get the show started. Good morning, Moo, the Tuxedo Cat.
What's going on?
What's going on? How are you doing, sir?
Nothing, man. I'm really tired of these bad faith arguments constantly, man. I heard a MAGA, they advocate for these pew-pews to stay in circulation, right? And I heard a MAGA advocating because we don't have enough knowledge of guns. Or pew-pews, sorry.
Yes.
That we don't have a say in what pew-pews should be available to the general public, right? Like they have some sort of secret knowledge that makes them the ones to decide what pew-pews should be available to people or not, right?
Really?
Yeah. Bad faith arguments, right? And then he tries to argue that it's Kamala Harris, right? That wants the pew-pews taken away, right? Well, your guy, he did the right thing and banned the bump stocks, right? Didn't
I remember that?
Ban the bump stocks, right? And that's what turns these pew-pews into pretty much fully automatic pew-pews, right? And that's the problem we have. Then you guys went against it and allowed it to expire, right? So now we have these AR pew-pews, right, that get turned into pretty much fully automatic pew-pews, and you guys want to argue, well, you don't know enough about guns to say that. It's a ridiculous, uncredible argument. Just like how at this point, when I tried to point out these things about Epstein to them too, right?
Right.
Because
did you hear that conversation I had with that lady?
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Trump's been friends with Epstein for 15 years, folks, and he hired Alex Acosta, who was the head of the DOJ in Florida that let Epstein off in his first trial. That was Trump's labor secretary. So when you guys sit here and try to tell us that we don't know what we're talking about and you put these bad faith arguments into play, you come off as uncredible and ridiculous that you can't even fess up to the truth. The truth is you don't care about children. You just want your pew-pews. Argue in good faith, because that's your argument, right? We know that's your argument. And when you say these ridiculous things like you have some sort of secret knowledge over guns, so you have a say and we don't, right? That's ridiculous, dude.
Right.
When you try to tell us things like Epstein wasn't friends with Trump, I was reading a news article and got bananaed by these fools, right?
Really?
An MSNBC news article about Trump's relationship with Epstein, right?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, the dude knows Epstein very well. They were friends for a very long time. They hung out together. They took flights together. They did all kinds of dirt together. So for you guys to sit here and try to argue in bad faith about all of these things, it's very frustrating and it's unproductive for everybody.
Bingo. That's why I know they don't care. They are going to continue to excuse anything Donald Trump does. She knows, that lady that came into the box, she knows that Donald Trump is wrong. She knows he's immoral. But she would rather
care. And say that you don't care. Just say, because we know that you don't care. Just say, hey, listen, I know he did these things. What you're saying is true, but I don't care. I'm willing to support the guy anyway, even though it looks like he's one of the most horrible people who's ever run for president. He's one of the most ignorant people I've ever seen. That whole interview with him at the Black Community News Reporter meeting, that was a disgrace. That was disgraceful. Okay, and I'm not even part of the Black community, but I have a lot of empathy, and I like to be a partner to the Black community.
Thank you.
I will say that if I was part of that community, I would feel that that president is disgraceful and doesn't relate to me at all.
You hear that? You hear that, MAGA? He embarrassed all of you yesterday, more than you were already embarrassed.
You know, I watched this whole thing and your guy made no sense. He's too old. He rambles on and on and on. He doesn't make any sense when he talks. He doesn't answer questions directly. And this is how you guys operate. You constantly pivot. You don't argue in good faith. You don't answer questions directly. And that's why everybody's fed up with all your BS all the time.
Yep. No lies.
That's
Well,
all I
listen.
got. Zeus.
All right, all right. Well, listen, Mood. Thank you so much for having the courage to get in the box and to
Yeah,
tell the
man.
truth and shame the devil. All right, it's a very tough thing to do out here these days, but you continue to do it. All right. Ladies and-
Absolutely, man. You
all
have a
right.
good one.
You too, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Mood the Tuxedo Cat. Probably one of the most friendliest lives on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of love in here, all right? But we don't stand for any of that foolishness that MAGA is trying to bring, all right? Wait a second. Wait a second. I seen somebody say something. Aaron, would you mind coming up in here and talking and saying what you just said in the chat? Because you know my rules. If you don't come into the box and back that up, I'll have the moderators put you in a nice little straitjacket, all right? I run a very clean operation, all right? So if you're going to say something, be prepared to be called upon, MAGA, all right? Don't be doing none of that outburst stuff that you do in all these other places. No. I reserve the right to call on you. So Aaron, that's your warning. That is your official warning, all right? And if you don't like the way that I run my platform, you must not have heard me at the top of the show. Actually, you must not have heard Donald Trump.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can
Bye,
leave right
Aaron.
now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
No. You're not going to get blocked, but I'll have the moderators put you in a straitjacket. Yeah, so I don't got to read any of your filth. If you're too scared to say it in the box, then most likely it's meant to be kept to yourself. You can send a guest request, Aaron. But no polluting that chat. When I look at the chat and I glance at it, we all like to see positive truth in the chat. Don't we, ladies and gentlemen? We like to see positive truth in the chat. We don't got time for any of these folks out here messing up the chat and polluting it. Yeah, reveal the demon. Please reveal the demon, all right? All right, who do we got this time? Wilma. How are you doing, Wilma? How are you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Wilma. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little bit mad with the lady that was talking to you before because she keeps saying that he did not do anything and there's no proof or there's anything.
Oh, you're talking about the woman that I brought up at the very beginning of the show.
Yes.
That was defending Donald Trump's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, right?
Yes.
Got it. All right, let's go. I was just making sure we brought the people up to speed.
Do people understand that he humiliated women? Because as far as I can see as a Latina, I remember Alicia Machado when she was a Miss Universe. She was Miss Universe. She won Miss Universe. And he humiliated her, making her do exercise in front of the press because she was fat. Those were his words.
Wow.
I remember on the 90s that he told a minor that he was going to date her when she was 10 years later.
Yeah, when she was 10 years
An
old. He said
adult.
when she becomes an adult, yeah, he's going to date her. Yeah, that's how he
Yeah.
looks at him. He's a predator.
He's a predator. He goes and went and said it on an interview that he was going into the dressing room in the competitions on Miss Universe to see them nude, and they cannot do anything because they were there and he was the owner.
Yep.
That's
Inspecting them.
humiliating.
He was inspecting them like they were products, is what he said. He has the right because he's the owner.
He's the owner. He has the right to do anything that he wants, and that's not true. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but I saw the videos, not the pictures, of him in Mar-a-Lago with Epstein. He's showing Epstein the girls and then dancing with them.
Yep. Ain't no way you could justify hanging out with this guy. There's no way.
No way. He's a dirty SOB, and I don't like him.
Me either. Never did.
Nope.
Ninja, please be quiet. You're embarrassing yourself and your family and your community. You're a disgrace to this country.
The worst thing is I don't know how women are gonna vote for him. I don't know. They don't believe in themselves. They want to be submitted. I don't know what happened. But there's no way that a woman can vote for him. I mean, like that. I'm sorry.
I mean, what are your thoughts about that? What was her name? Conservative mama. What were your thoughts about women like that? That we give them the information that basically proves Donald Trump is an immoral criminal, and they continue to say, you know what, I'm still going to throw my support behind them. What are your thoughts behind that?
Yep. That's degrading. She's not a person that has morals for my. I think that there's no morals there. I'm sorry.
She lacks the ability to discern. Right?
I'm sorry. There's no morals. There's no thinking process. There's nothing. They can show them the proof in front of their face.
Yeah.
They have it, and there's no way they're going to understand.
They're
There's
not.
no way. There's no way. There's no way. They don't look in Venezuela. Venezuela is in war right now, and that's what Trump wants.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
He wants to do whatever he can to get to be the president. All right. Well, listen up, Wilma. I appreciate you. All right.
Thank you. You have a great day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Wilma. All right. No lies detected. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it really isn't that hard to get in the box and to just tell the truth, all right, about what's really going on in this world, all right? Now, I seen some MAGA demons. I wish I knew how to use a computer so I could get an ID. I'm black, so I don't know how. What the heck does that even mean? Who else? I thought I saw a MAGA demon in the chat. Hold on. Let me see. Where was that MAGA demon at, ladies and gentlemen? Let me see. Yes, I am bringing the thunder. All right. I thought I saw a MAGA demon. All right, hold on. You know what? They're getting real quiet right now, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Thank you. Let's see. Let me check the queue. All right. Oh, there he is. All right. Now, we'll try. Wow. You see that MAGA demon that I just brought up, ladies and gentlemen? You see that? He gets up here with a doctored picture of our beautiful vice president. And he's only revealing what he does at home by himself, all right? In the demon hours of the night, because he's an incel. American Ninja, you got to do better than that. Seriously. I know you're a lonely guy out here and it's hard for you to get a date. All right. But you got to grow up first. If you keep acting childish and immature and racist like that, sexist and misogynist, you'll forever be confined to just the Jergens bottle and perhaps those crazy websites you go to. All right. You're really in a dark place, bro. Seriously. And you know what? Maybe this will help you. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving this knucklehead in my chat, American Ninja. You would think he's a child, right? But this is a full-grown adult male. But unfortunately, they haven't fully developed because they're an incel, all right? And now they're just spiraling. Let's give him a round of boos and shake.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
MAGA, do you see? MAGA, do you see how your friends on this app act? Zero intelligence, just childish behavior. Where did they learn it from? Oh, Donald Trump. What do you mean? Well, yesterday we saw him at that interview with the National Association for Black Journalists, and what did he do? He twisted her water bottle, trying to pull a little prank on her while she wasn't looking. That's all MAGA got. Harris is like, oh, Captain, you want to come talk to Zeus? I told you my moderators are going to catch each and every one of you out there. Yeah. Captain, come on up. All right, Dark Morning. All right, after Captain. I invited you up, Captain. And you know what I need you to do, Captain? Put some meat on the bone. All right? If you're going to say ridiculous things in my chat, come on up here and be an adult and say it to all of us so we can understand what the heck you're trying to say. Are you trying to make a statement or are you crying for help? Which one is it? Ladies and gentlemen, Captain was too scared to get in the box. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to give Captain a round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right, Dark Morning. Good morning. How are you?
Zeus, good morning. This is Morning Star. Good morning.
I know. All right. How are you? I know you is.
I am good. So listen, our wonderful president of these United States, Joe Biden, is still working. So
What?
as of now, there has been a prisoner swap with Russia, and Evan Grosevich and Paul Whelan are now in U.S. custody. Yes.
Didn't Trump say that could only happen if he did it?
Of course he did, but he had the opportunity because, from my understanding, Mr. Paul Whelan was in custody while he used to be president, and
Right.
he did nothing to get him home. Our president has gotten 3 people brought home.
Let's go. Let's go. Tell him, Morning. Tell
So
him.
they're getting ready to come home before the holidays and spend time with their families. It's awesome news. And this is what I'm saying. Y'all think he's sleepy, Joe? Nah, Joe woke.
Yeah.
Joe real woke.
Yeah.
And Joe got things to do before. And Donald better be careful. Donald the Con better be
Yes.
careful. Because
Yes.
Joe has full immunity. And Joe is still working right now. And then we got the beautiful VP Harris.
Amen.
putting in that work, getting out in here and
Amen.
and preaching the gospel to everybody, letting them know our time has come. Y'all might as well
Exactly.
look it up. All that derogatory pictures that you put up, you demons, you devils. We don't care about that. We rebuke you guys because you're failing, you're losing, you're crying. So this is your only way to try to get under our skin, but we know it doesn't work.
Exactly.
We know we have a beautiful VP, a gorgeous VP who is smart, intelligent, and ready to do the job of the president of these United States.
Amen. Tell him, Miss Morningstar.
Yes, so I'm excited. I'm happy to see them people coming home. It's good to see our president is still working.
Mhm.
And it's nothing y'all can do, MAGA demons. There's
You
nothing y'all can do to kill our joy.
Thank
We
you.
are going to continue on. We're going to roll up into this November 5th, and we're going to celebrate.
Let's go.
We
Let's
gonna
go.
watch y'all cry.
What about that nasty interview he did with those black women, those journalists yesterday?
Yeah,
Could
he
you please
tried
weigh
it.
in on that? Because we got some Trump supporters in here that are thinking, Donald Trump did a great job yesterday.
See what they don't understand about us, and I'm gonna speak on my sisters because of our culture and who we
Thank
are
you.
as a people.
Thank
What you
you.
don't understand about us, we gonna ask those tough questions, and we're not gonna give two. You know what? We're not gonna get our knee off your neck. We gonna
Thank
put
you.
the knee to your neck, and he can't handle that. And
Mhm.
see, with him not being able to handle that knee on his neck, it caused pressure.
Oh.
And he started doing what he always do, telling on himself.
Tell him. Tell
The
him.
misogynist, racist piece of POS that he is, right? I really enjoy watching her cook him all the way to be flushed down the toilet because he just threw his entire presidency in the trash. I mean, it was
You think
all
so?
wrong. I think
You
so.
think so?
I think so. I think that just put the nail in the coffin. I think so. He pretty much is saying what he is. We already knew what he was, but
Yeah.
I think he pretty much just he put it out there. He cannot handle a woman, and that's why he's scared to debate Kamala because he cannot handle a strong woman. Period.
Tell
He couldn't
him.
handle Hillary.
Tell him.
He can't handle women.
Tell him.
He has an issue with women. It makes me wonder.
Tell him.
Makes me
Yeah.
wonder about him, really.
Yeah.
But you know what, Zeus? I heard my bell. I just wanted to say I commend my sisters, except the one on the far end. She was acting like she wasn't really one of us. She said, "Well, it's different kind of black people.
Oh.
all the same." Okay, sis, you stay right over there. When the smoke fall, You gonna go with him because you can't come back to the cookout.
Tell him.
No,
Tell him. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up.
Out of here.
All right, let's give it up to the beautiful Miss Morningstar, No Lies Detected. She, ladies and gentlemen, it's a show of force. All right, it's a show of force. Now I saw there's a MAGA demon in the chat. All right, you know, every now and then I get one of these MAGA demons. Taco, won't you bring your special behind up here? All right, you're out in my chat and you're trying to portray yourself as a victim. Taco, won't you come on up here and explain to Zeus and the rest of us here how you're a victim? I don't get it. What happened to you? Something happened that you want to tell Zeus? All right. I guess Taco didn't want to come up here. I guess not. All right. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple of more to bring up. All righty then. All right. Good morning, Bounce. How are you doing, Bounce? Good morning.
Oh my God, good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. Why was Grant muted? He's a Kamala supporter. Michael, I don't know. Mods, please unmute Grant. All right. We got a couple of people in here who are friendlies. Please, no friendly fire. I get it. Double check. All right. Sorry, Bounce. Good morning.
That's quite all right. I want to ask a question. Why does Donald Trump think he owns America and the people in America?
What do you mean?
And especially, why does he think he owns the blacks? He says the blacks.
That's that
What
78.
is up with the blacks?
That's that 78-year-old racist mentality kicking in. All right. That's what it is. That's what I think. What do you think it is?
I think he thinks that we should all be beholden to him. That's what I think. And I think he wants us to serve him in the 1%. That's what I think. Now, when a man can sit up and deny his own family health care, that is disgusting to me.
What do you mean he's going to deny his own family?
He said his nephew got on TV and said that the money was running out for his son's care, and Donald refused to extend the money to him after he stole all their money. Wow. And he told them to take that child to he asked his nephew to come down to Florida and forget about the kid and let him just unalive.
What?
Yes, he did. And that same nephew has endorsed that beautiful woman behind you.
Thank God.
And he also said he would campaign for her. So I want to know, why is it that he has this disdain for black women?
Royal, thank you for the subscription.
Cannot stand us, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Why?
Is it because we are so intelligent?
Yes.
That it? I gotta turn my camera on because you know when I'm talking about these people, I want them to see me.
Beautiful. Oh, that's intimidating to an ugly person. What you just did right there. That intimidates all of these Trump supporters. They can't believe you're so happy and beautiful at the same time. They've never.
And let me tell you something. My
True Blue,
sisters,
thank you.
Morning Star. When I look outside and I see my stars, I think of her.
Oh, really?
Because she is my sister.
Amen.
When I think of straight facts, I think of facts.
Amen.
When I think of Miss Boss Diva, I just think of love because they all
that's
love
my partner
us.
right there. Yeah.
And I love them, and they are my sisters, and they give me strength. They take care of my mama. They love my mama.
Amen.
And let me tell you something.
What's that?
They saw my mama the other day on Boss Divas Live, and they always have my mama up, right?
Right.
So there was a 100-year-old lady that was at the rehab facility with my mom.
What?
And they got to talk to her.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's totally amazing. That shows love. That shows unity.
Yes.
That shows family, right? That's what
And
we
my
are all
mother-
about.
My mother was so happy, but my point being is that if Trump has his way,
Thank you.
the thing that's going to happen is all those people that are in that facility,
Yes.
they're not going to have their Medicare, they're not going to have their Medi-Cal, they're not going to have their retirement, and all the people that need these things will not have them. They will put them out on the streets.
Amen. I see it. That's what they're trying to do, but we ain't gonna
And
let them.
that's
All right.
exactly what they're trying to do. So I just wanted to give you my love. And to my sisters, I just love them all.
Listen. You love them. I love them. All right.
And
all
I
right.
love you too. Can I see your smile, please?
All right. All right. All right. See.
The most handsome man in America.
You know, Nutty gets mad when you say that.
I don't care, Nutty.
Hey,
Tell
let's
Nutty
go.
I have come to his live and he never lets me come up. So I'm just letting him know.
Tell him. Tell him. All right, Bounce. Thank you so much. All right. Love you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Bounce. No lies detected. All right. Let's bring up our next panelist. All right. I saw a MAGA demon in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if I could bring this MAGA demon up here. All right. Because you know what I don't like is when they pollute my chat with lies and disrespectful comments. So, what is his name? See, I don't know what your name is, but I sent you an invite. All right, tell him straight facts. That's your sister. I get it. I sent you an invite, but you don't want to come up. See, this is what I'm talking about, MAGA. This is why I don't take anything any of you say seriously, because you know it's a lie. You can't even back it up. I ask them all the time. I say, come up here, bring the proof, and let's get this thing going. All right, and none of them ever do it. TJ, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, brother. What's up? I hope you can hear me properly. I'm at pizzeria right now.
I can hear you.
Alright, cool. I'm at pizzeria on lunch. You just didn't know if you could hear me.
Well, it's kind of muffled, though. You're kind of muffled.
Yeah, let me step outside real quick.
Yeah.
Did you guys catch how he got pulled off of his interview?
We can't hear you.
I'll be right outside. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to, I believe, step in a space, all right, where he's a little clearer. Tell me when you're there, TJ, all right? Are you there? Real muffled is what they're saying. Real.
I'm sorry. You hear me now? Can you hear me now?
There's a lot of background, I guess, but I think I can.
Yeah, sorry, man. I was, like I said, I was at a pizzeria. I was on lunch. But did you catch how MAGA is all in their feelings because Trump got pulled off of the interview because he can't watch his mouth?
Really?
Yeah, he was supposed to do an hour with the.
They can't hear you. You guys, can you all hear TJ? I'm just trying to. I could barely hear him, but very low. Tinkerbell, thank you for the subscription. They saying they can't hear you, TJ. Uh-oh.
You hear me now? Hello?
Are you there?
Yeah, you got me now?
We can't. We might have to just double back, bro.
It's all good, brother.
All right. I'm going to move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to my good friend TJ. Sorry, bro. Yeah. I was trying to make it work, but the mic was just way too low. All right. Let's bring up our next panelist. Good morning, Maureen. How are you doing, Maureen? How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right. Welcome back. Nice to see you.
You too. So, did he agree to the debate? Because that'll be lovely.
Did who? Trump? No, not yet. Not that I know of.
Oh, I think I heard that, but I could be wrong.
Oh, maybe he did since I got online. I don't know.
All this pressure.
Yeah.
He's being pressured. He don't like that.
Yeah, right.
But after last night's
Oh, he did agree to the debate. Okay, I see.
horrible.
Oh, at his rally yesterday. See, I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
This will be terrible. I mean, they should put it on pay-per-view. I mean,
Wow. Do you think he's ready for this debate? Because
no, and no. Is it on Fox? Because she'll do it anywhere. I mean, but
well,
he's not going to get away with that stalking business he did with Hillary.
Yeah.
She'll turn around and smack him right in the face.
No, I think what'll happen is she'll have Secret Service take care of him if he tries to encroach upon her, because that would be a national security risk, right? You just can't have random people stalking the vice president the way that he tries to. All right, and none of that water bottle stuff that he was doing yesterday. You saw what he did with the water bottle.
No, I kind of can't look at them too long. No.
I get it. I get it. Well, while the journalist, the one that was sitting directly to the left of him, the closest one, while she was turned away, he grabbed her water bottle while she wasn't looking and tightened the cap on it and then put it back. Can you believe?
Freak. No. Then people are saying that they were disrespecting him. No.
You know, they weren't disrespecting him. They did the right thing to be on guard when that MAGA demon was showing up in a space like that.
Did you see how he interrupts her? Like the MAGA that come up on your lives and every other live, he didn't let her talk or finish the sentence. He couldn't answer the DEI, whatever. Nope, can't. Nobody can talk.
No, what he does is he knew to go in there and portray himself as the biggest victim, right? And it's kind of like, well, what happened to that Rambo image, right? There was no Rambo yesterday. It was just, oh, you weren't treating me fairly. You're being too strong, and then doing the little prank with the water bottle stuff. Very combative. It just showed that he's too old to be running for president, if you ask me.
He did take his gauze off his ear.
Yeah. The ear thing, right? Oh my God, his ear that grew back. It's funny to me that you brought that up. Because, like I said, he must be a reptile, a lizard, or something like that, right? Because how does your ear grow back?
He sheds skin and it grows back.
Yeah, sick, and I don't buy it. A lot of people say he staged this thing so that he could get sympathy. What do you think?
I think there could be some validity, but I don't want to put that out there because then we'll be.
Well, I get it. We're just circulating some of the thoughts that are out there, right? I don't know either, but I just think there's a lot of questions.
Well, the first thing he said was Joe Biden. The very first thing he said was Joe Biden. He asked for extra Secret Service, and it was denied. No, that was not true. That was a lie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Listen. You see, I mean, I'm not surprised that Donald Trump is a liar, and it's just another lie we've had to debunk, all right, over here on this platform, all right? But listen, Maureen, thank you so much. I got to move it on, get a couple of more before I get up out of here, all right?
Yes, sir.
As always, it is a pleasure to check in with you, and I'm glad you are doing okay. And by the way, that minion looks amazing, all right? Seriously.
So we're going to have a minion merch.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to my good friend Maureen. No lies detected. No lies detected. Let's go. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a show. All righty then, let's try it again, ladies and gentlemen. Ty, good morning. What's going on? How can I help you, Ty? How are you doing?
What's up?
What's going on? This our first time doing business?
It may be.
Maybe. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're going to vote for Kamala Harris.
Well, first of all, say her name right, all right? Now, listen, Ty, you better get up here and act like you've been raised by human beings, you uncivilized creature. All right? You're an embarrassment to this country. You're a disgrace to your family and the community that you came out of. So say your name right, Ty, or this conversation is immediately over. Now I'm going to unmute you, you MAGA demon. Let's try this again. Why would you come up here and show your rear end like that? That's disrespectful. That's not going to get you any closer to getting on a serious date. You do know that, right, Ty?
I can go on any date I want to.
When's the last time you've been on a date?
Last week.
With who? The lotion doesn't count.
You're funny.
No, okay, the couch doesn't count. Who would really consider going on in a week? That's a long time, as far as I'm concerned. It's quite sad. How old are you, Ty? Ty, how old are you? And don't pivot to the racism, because I can sense the racist demons coming up. Just be honest. How old are you, Ty?
I'm 24.
All right, and what part of the country are you calling in from?
West Coast.
Okay, great. You live in a red city or a blue city?
I live in a blue state.
Okay, great. So what I'm noticing from talking with you is you believe it's okay to act like Donald Trump. Don't you think you're a little too old to be doing that? Don't you think it's about time you start to carve your own identity out here and start to show the world what you're truly capable of?
I mean, I know what I'm capable of. I work, I have a car, I pay bills, I have enough money to survive without working.
Okay, so you're doing great in Biden's economy. I got that. But what about your personality? What about your soul? You think just having a car and a job and paying your bills is all a man should do? Or do you think
travel.
I could do the same thing? That's
Okay.
you don't get credit for stuff you're supposed to be able to do. All right? But what about being a good person?
Well, people that believe that it's okay to unalive a baby just because it's convenient are not good people.
I didn't ask you about people. I'm asking you about you.
Yes, my morals are better than yours.
No. This isn't about me. This is about you, Ty. The very first thing you did, and maybe I've talked to you before, but the very first thing you did in terms of introducing yourself to over 1,000 people was you revealed that you're really a terrible person.
Well, that's
by
your opinion.
disrespecting the vice president of the United States, whether you like her or not. Check your position. You got to check your ego at the door. You don't go anywhere else and do that. But why would you think it's acceptable to do it to her?
Good thing my ego's bigger than yours.
It doesn't matter. It's trash.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know you don't because I can tell. See, the problem here, Mr. 24-year-old Ty, is you've been led to believe a bunch of lies.
What lie?
All right? And at some point, you're either going to get it right or you're going to end up like all of the so-called hostages. The Rudy Giuliani's. Huh?
What hostage?
The ones that Donald Trump did a song with, the J6ers. You know, the ones sitting in prison?
I don't know any song.
Oh, you didn't know he did a song with them. See? This is what I mean. You're pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, a few months away from drinking the Kool-Aid.
I mean, Kool-Aid's nice to have sometimes. I don't like it all the time.
I get it, but guess what, Ty? Unfortunately, the Kool-Aid you're planning on drink that Trump's going to have you drink, you won't be drinking anything else after you drink that, all right? I really need you to do me a favor. You're only 24 years old. Learn how to have some decorum about yourself, all right? And get that MAGA demon under control. As far as I'm concerned, you need to get rid of it, bro. All right? And stop embarrassing yourself on TikTok.
Isn't Kamala Harris the original Hawk Chiller girl?
No, see, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got to do. See, that's a guy right now sitting at home playing with a bunch of Jergens bottles and says he's been on a date in a week, which is quite a long time. I mean, you've been by yourself an entire week, bro. You're spiraling down the drain. Like I said at the top of the show, ladies and gentlemen, Ty is an embarrassment to himself. He's an embarrassment to his family and his community, and he's the worst of the worst. Ty, if you don't get it right, you're definitely going to get the ultimate MAGA reward, which is what? Jail? If you don't get your soul right, hell. Ladies and gentlemen, with a chapter 11 in between, join me in giving Ty what he deserves. A round of booze and shame. Bye, Ty.
Silence, you MAGA Dayton.
Yeah, I know people think that my approach to dealing with MAGA is mean and it's harsh, but trust me, it's really a good thing that I'm doing it like this, all right? Because something's got to change, all right? And clearly you ain't going to change, MAGA. I know you won't change, so I'm going to help you get it right. All right, let's bring up the next panelist, all right? Let's see who this is. I don't know who this is, all right? Who is this right here, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. Who is this? Key Carter. Good morning.
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I didn't think I was going to be up yet. It said there's 10 people above me.
Oh, no, don't worry about that. All right, I'm checking in with people I usually don't get to talk to. All right. What brings you to the show?
Well, one thing that brings me to the show is that awful report that Meg is doubling down on yesterday at the National Black Reporter Committee convention. They're saying that the reporters was being rude to him. Okay? But imagine somebody's just telling you everything that you have done, but yet you feel insulted.
You got a point, right?
Everything you've done.
Like I said, these people.
Make it make sense. It makes no sense.
He's offended by the stuff he's done, and then he tells us we're being rude by reminding him of that. Seriously, wow. I mean, that's a good way to put it. If you think of it like that. And like I said, these guys are experts. These folks, they're experts at portraying themselves as victims, right? Not one time did he take accountability for the stuff that she listed. Are you there?
No, that was the most rudest. Yeah, that was the most rudest question I've ever been asked.
Yeah,
sir, that's you.
Do you
You're the most rudest, repulsive person that most of us has ever met.
Now let me ask a question. I've been on a few of these lives, and there are conservative brothers out here that are saying, and actually in some cases sisters, that are saying, you know what? Trump may have been harsh, but he actually was right. He did a lot better for the black people than Biden or Harris. What would you say to these people?
I would say to them that you're just listening to his lies and not digging behind it. Because if you actually dig behind everything that he said that he's done for us, he didn't do everything. You guys want to double down. Every one of the black megas want to stick by, oh, he gave the biggest amount of money to HBCUs.
Yeah.
But 90 million of that, he went to Hispanic colleges, something of that nature. So, and then when they actually watch Roland Martin, and they don't want to do that. He actually breaks everything down, and even interviewed HBCU presidents, and they said that it actually ended up $80 per pupil. What is that?
Wow.
What is that?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. You tell us what it is, all right? Because these people don't get it. Are you there?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm here.
Exactly. Well, listen up, Casey. I got to move on to my next guest. We're winding it down. But I appreciate you having the courage to be able to get up here and tell the truth, all right? I can't hear you.
Key Carter, and thank you for having me up.
Okay, Key Carter, all right?
Key Carter.
Key Carter.
Yeah,
I got it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Key Carter. All right, No Lies Detective. All righty then. All right, let's bring it up. All right. Good morning, Shay. How are you doing, the beautiful Shay?
I am awesome. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right. We're cycling through. All right. What a show.
Yes.
Who is that?
That is Ty.
Now I done told you, Trump supporters. Don't be ugly on the outside and ugly on the inside. Ty, stop. Ty, stop.
You did it to yourself, Ty. You did it to yourself, my friend, because when you come up there and sit there and do the Hawk Tuah thing with Kamala Harris, right? So you basically sexually bashed a woman. And then you stand for taking away her rights when she is literally sexually bashed. You are a disgusting human being.
Yeah.
And by the looks of it, I don't think you get girls. And that might be why you're angry towards women. You need to work on it.
Yeah.
Your anger towards
Thank you.
women is because you walk into a place, a woman's like, nope, nope. And that's what happens to these white males specifically. It can happen to any man, but specifically Ty, who has a hard time. He literally said he can pay his bills without working. I thought that was weird. Not sure how that worked out for him. So maybe he's living off the
Lord
government
have
or from mom
mercy.
and dad.
Lord have
Not
mercy.
sure what's going on. It's not about being tolerant, because here's the deal. He got up. Okay, this is what I said very clearly. He brought this on himself.
Correct.
He got up here. He sexually bashed a woman. Right? That's what Haktua is. Right?
Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
Mhm.
And he
He's been
got up
very
here
vocal.
disrespecting the vice president Kamala Harris, calling her outside of her name, and he doesn't understand that when you do this, you open the door for people to want to investigate who you are. Because now you're fascinating us. Now we're interested in you, Ty. Now you've gotten our attention. And look at this.
Yeah.
Don't be ugly on the outside and ugly on the inside, MAGA.
He's
Stop
angry
it.
that he can't get a woman, and then he wants to take away women's rights. He's just angry towards women. That's all it is, and we know it. Women on this panel, how many of you? Give me some blue hearts if you know what I'm talking about. Give me some blue hearts.
Put some blue
ladies,
hearts
if
in
you
the chat,
know what
ladies,
I am
please.
talking about.
Can we get some blue hearts in the chats, ladies? All right, because if it's very important we help these people understand. All right, the error of their ways.
Yeah, no, it's actually what it is.
Sorry about
That's
that.
exactly, yeah, that's okay. I was like, woo, that's loud. But yeah, so anyway, just wanted to bring that attention up. And then, and Ty goes on RTP and Felice is live all the time. They have fun batting him around. He's just a hopeless case. But anyway, wish you the best, Ty. Move on.
Wow.
But yeah, so the release of the hostages from Russia, that's amazing. Absolutely incredible. There's a post by Trump in May saying that Putin is holding on to these Americans, so when he gets in office, they will be immediately released. I bet he is so mad right now he can't see straight.
Right. He has really nothing to say. This is why I should be president. He can't argue about the border. He can't argue about inflation now, and now he can't even argue about freeing the hostages in Russia. It looks to me. It just seems to me like we don't really need him. We don't need Trump to do anything.
We really don't. We got it handled. We're doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great. Biden's getting it done. Things are happening. I guess Putin sees the tea leaves as well. Knows he's not going to win, so I might as well just release him then.
Bingo. The writing's on the wall.
Writing's on the wall. And when you sit there and you go on a black journalist, whoever told him to do that in his administration, whoever gave him that advice, Zeus must hate him.
Yeah.
They set him up.
Yeah.
Somebody set him up. I don't even understand why they thought that was a good idea.
Cold
And you
as the
watched
days.
how
Thank
he
you for the
bashed that
subscription.
black woman, Nicole Scott, say her name.
Yeah.
And called her nasty as he normally does because he hates women. Why do you think he didn't pick a vice president woman? He hates women, literally, unless he wants to have sex with her.
Like Ty does.
Yes, it is an issue with a lot of men. They know they can't
He's
hold
42.
themselves up to these women. He's 42. I know. That poor guy. He's 24. Lord have mercy, poor guy.
Wow. Well,
Anyway,
all right, Shay.
that's
Thank
all.
you.
That was awesome. Thank you, my love.
You're welcome.
Everybody have a great day in the kingdom.
All righty then. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful. Yes. You're so loved here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay. Thank you, everyone, for the support. Thank you, everyone, for these subscriptions. I tell you, you are all the best of the best. I promise you. All righty then. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll try to get a few more in. I'm running terribly. I'm sorry I'm overtime. I'm doing a little overtime, so I apologize for keeping you all here. All right, but I'll try my best. Swerve, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Zeus. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. Now that you're here too, brother, I appreciate you. All right, seriously.
Not a problem, my friend. Not a problem. Glad I could be here.
All right.
So can I get before I get started real quick, can I get a complimentary round of boos and shames for all
Okay. Okay, let's go.
First of all, Ty.
Oh.
Remember in I think it was Meet the Parents. He said, "Oh, Jack speak Thai. Jack speak Thai very well."
I don't remember that part, but please continue.
Well, Ty talks live very well.
Oh, okay.
Ty talks live very well. And after seeing that picture, it's amazing to me. I thought my forehead was big, but good Lord. And that's with a shaved head. I mean, you could show a 3D movie off of that thing. All you got to do is put him in one of them halos and hold his head still. You know?
Yeah.
But and then I want to go back to, what was her name? Conservative Mama.
Conservative Mama. But is that yeah.
Again, I love to point out the hypocrisy of these people. She pulls up the Epstein-Trump case concerning Katie Johnson. It was dismissed. Nothing happened. Blah, 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 blah. So she doesn't believe that, or she's ready to quickly dismiss it.
Yeah.
The same people who stole that diary from Ashley Biden made those false entries into it, who are now out of business, and some of them are still in jail, that she believed right away. She didn't, but a headline hoochie who didn't go any further into the information.
Amen.
She saw in the headline.
Amen.
Ashley Biden takes shower with Father Joe. You know, no, get the hell out of here. This is the hypocrisy of MAGA. They're a bunch of headline hoochies. They believe the first bad thing that they read about Joe Biden or Vice President Harris.
Exactly.
Beautiful queen behind you. But they are so quickly to dismiss everything else. And Zeus, I don't know if I told you this or not, but you know, in the scientific community, human beings are referred to as Homo sapiens, right?
Correct. I know that.
And in some form or somewhere in the scientific communities, human beings are referred to also as homunculi.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. Okay. That's something new. I'm not an anthropologist, but okay, I get it.
Oh, I'm not either.
Oh, wait. Somebody says that diary was signature checked to be Joe Biden's handwriting. See what I'm saying?
So Joe Biden wrote in his daughter's diary. He confessed on himself. You see what?
Wow.
They're so quick to get it out, they don't even check themselves.
Wow.
All a bunch of goofballs. But so I came up with the third paradigm of human beings, and it's with J.D. Vance.
Okay.
He is a homosexual. And I'm like, well, when he walks in the front door, all the couches running out the back door.
Yeah.
But they don't have to get molested, But these are the people that they're going to vote for. These are the people that they're going to vote with. The racists, the misogynists, the xenophobes. That's who they're going to vote with, and that's who they're going to vote for.
Exactly.
They didn't want to sit there and ask the stupid question, what has Joe Biden and Kamala Harris done for this country?
Yeah.
If we have to tell you, you clearly have not been paying attention.
Exactly.
What you are. They come up and they ask us questions that they could easily get off of Google, Bing, DuckDuckGoose, anywhere they want.
Yeah.
In less than 5 seconds.
Exactly.
That's how pitifully intellectually lazy they are.
Bingo.
One more thing about Ty. When he said he went on a date last week, I think the next question should have been, well, how much did you have to pay her?
Oh.
If you said you can
get him, Swerve!
How much did you have to pay her? And if you're going again, like, tomorrow's Friday night, just got paid, right?
Yeah.
How much you gonna pay that one for the weekend?
All the money he made from his allowance, right?
He's got to figure out that budget.
Yeah, his allowance is probably like $20 a week. How much you get for allowance, Ty? $20 a week?
He's got to figure out that budget, keep it tight, keep it right, because he still got to send Donald Trump his monthly allowance.
Tell him. Yeah. Trump needs all 20, Ty. So you really, I don't buy that he went on a date at all. He probably got somebody to at least message him back, and he called that a date. You know how that works, right?
Real quick, one last thing, and then I'm gonna get out of here. George Conway, he tweeted out yesterday afternoon after Trump finished talking with the black journalist. He tweeted out, I don't know who on Trump's campaign team set him or sent him to this and said it would be a good idea, but that is the most patriotic American in the world.
you right.
All right, I'm gonna get back to my Honey Nut Cheerios.
All right.
And to the kingdom, to my friends and extended family out there in the kingdom, y'all be well, y'all be safe, and doggone it, have fun while you're doing it.
All right,
Take
ladies
care,
and
brother.
gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Swerve. No lies detected. You see, I see there's some Trump supporters in the chat still triggered.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Exactly. Now listen to this. We got my brother Lil Hawk in the box. What's going on, champ?
Shit, what's going on? My bad. Dude.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know you was going to bring me up so fast, dude.
Well,
You
you
didn't
know,
see
there's
my
a couple of
text?
you. And I didn't see your text. I didn't see it. What did you say? Go ahead for it. Go ahead. You want to say it here, or is it, I got to deal with it offline?
No. You can, it was my birthday, so that's why I wanted you to bring me up.
Oh, it's your birthday.
Yeah, bro. You know I was trying to get on all the time.
Oh,
So I wanted you to bring me
wow.
up at the last. You was like, I'm like, okay. I said it like 5 times in the chat.
Oh,
But, yeah.
I didn't see it. You did the right thing. If I'm not getting it in the chat, you got to send a guest request. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, listen, we want to say happy birthday to you, all right? But, all right, we'll do that at the end, all right? Fair enough? I want to bring a couple more, and then I'm going to bring you up, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to show some birthday love to my good friend, Little Hawk. First one, let me bring up Straight Facts. Straight Facts, let's go. Let's get it out of the way. Good morning, Straight Facts. We are doing great. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I'm sorry that you had to talk to Ty the POS.
Oh.
He just makes his way around. I'm sorry, Mom, if you know what that is.
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
just makes his way around these TikTok streets with them ears just flying all around. Baby. Just like a little fly.
Wow.
Like all of them. Just like they leader Trump last night on
Right.
that interview, Zeus.
Whoa. Yep.
You saw that interview too? I know we all are talking about it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it was an embarrassment as far as I was concerned. A lot of people are saying Trump should just drop out after that. What do you
I'm
think?
trying to tell you, I think he should just drop out. But at the same time, I would love for him to stay in so Kamala can whoop that tail. Whoop that tail just like the little baby he is.
Yeah.
Pop on his little butt. Because
Yeah.
he needs a couple of whoopings from Kamala and all the rest of the beautiful black women that have been doing the work, especially that young lady named Rachel Scott on that stage. She did the work of God. honey.
Amen.
Kiss her in her mouth.
Amen.
That's how you interview Trump. But
Let's go.
But I was talking to my live this morning because I do a live every morning.
Right.
I was talking to my folks, and it dawned on me. I think we missed something.
What's that?
What we missed is how confident he always is in saying, if I get back in office, the prices are going to go down. You won't be paying as much in groceries, this and the other. You hear him say that a lot, right?
Yes. I do.
It dawned on me, Zeus. I said, oh my goodness, that's what it is. He has made a quid pro deal with the corporations.
Oh.
As soon as I get in office, you guys lower the price on the grocery, and I'll give you the tax cuts that you want.
Oh.
You hear me? I'll give you the tax cuts that you want. You know that shake a hand, make a friend, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Think about it, Zeus. That's what's going on because he is so silly. He wanted the definition of DEI. So there's no possible way that he can lower those prices without making a quick quo pro with those corporations. And I'm almost positive that that's exactly what it is.
That is, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but if I had to bet a full dollar, I'd bet the whole dollar and a penny that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is. So now that we have exposed his game and his mask has came off for the entire world to see, there's no more excuses, you coons.
Yeah.
Y'all know exactly what Trump is. He showed you exactly who he was right on that stage last night. And if you don't believe it, that's on you. So I heard my bell. I'm going to get on up out
Thank
of here.
you.
Zeus, but I just wanted to put that on the table for everybody to see. See, all gas, no
brakes. Tell them. Tell them.
No brakes. And we ain't stopping until the fat man sings.
Let's go.
Who he is.
Bingo. Tell them straight facts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to straight facts. All right, no lies detected. All right, I mean, listen, you guys, we all heard it now. We see that Trump is working behind the scene to charge you, Trump supporters, and the Americans. He is so desperate to win. I tell you, I've never heard anything like this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Lil Hawk, let's get up out here and sing happy birthday, my brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get up out of here. I'm way past my scheduled time slot. I know you all could be a lot of other places on this app, but you chose to spend time with Zeus. So what we're going to do is sing happy birthday to my brother, Little Hawk. All right, and then we're going to wrap this show up. Eastman, if you don't be quiet, I'm going to have my moderators put you in a straitjacket, Eastman. Zip it up. Little Hawk, how are you doing, bro?
Doing good. How you doing, Zeus?
Just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs. You know what? How long, man? You've been rocking with Zeus for how long? How was it, over 2 years, 3 years? How long?
2 years. 2 years, bro. 2 years.
Wow, the time has flown. Wow, I should have known it was your birthday. My bad. Seriously, I'm terrible.
Yeah, because yours 9 days later.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Cut it out. Cut it out, Hawk. Cut it out.
We Leos, bro. We Leos. We got to stick together, bro. We Leos.
All right, listen, we don't got much time to socialize, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we do here in the kingdom. We celebrate each other's birthdays, all right? Another milestone has been accomplished, and this time today it's with my brother, Lil Hawk, all right? So we're going to sing happy birthday. You know what we got to do? Send the gifts, send them some love, do what you do, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Heard it was somebody's birthday.
Hey!
I heard it was somebody's birthday.
Let's go!
Birthday song, yeah. Today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud.
Turn up!
Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday, we gon' turn out.
Hey, let's go! Hey, let's go!
We gon' say happy birthday.
My man, let's go, man, y'all. We about to show this man some love. This guy, I tell you, man. Woo!
Happy birthday to
you. Let's go.
Candles like a kiss.
Woo, woo.
Throw a party, everybody bring gifts.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
Best day of the year you can't miss.
Hey, let's go.
And my parents raise my allowance.
You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Woo. Hey.
Birthday, we gon' sing it now. Today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud. Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday,
let go.
Woo! We gon' say happy birthday.
You over there, you at work doing this, man? Let's go, turn up.
Happy birthday to you.
Woo! My goodness. Driving with Biden. Wow. My man over there putting in that work.
Today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud. Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday, we gon' turn out.
Hey! What we do?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, my man. My brother Lil Hawk, man. You turned it up tonight, man. What you do?
Thank you all.
You deserve it. You deserve it, brother. Seriously. Let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Lil Hawk another round of applause. Birthday boy. Wow. Well, listen, are there any plans you have today, lady? You have any plans today, brother? Seriously.
Yeah, I'm gonna take tomorrow off, and I'm gonna go camping.
Okay. Get out there in the wilderness and be one with nature. That's amazing to do. All right. You sleep. You barbecuing out there. What you doing? You fishing?
Yeah. I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
doing
Okay.
a
You
little
doing all that?
barbecuing and all that good stuff. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
man. Listen, man.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna be
listen.
by myself, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Oh,
it
but
by
that's
myself. I'm gonna do it big by myself.
Okay. Well, listen. How you get down is how you get down. All right. As long as you're getting down, my brother. All right. I really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Thanks, Zeus. Thanks for having me coming up for my birthday, brother. I
no
appreciate you.
problem.
Real talk.
All right. Same time. No problem, brother. Anytime. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Lil Hawk another round of applause. No lies detected. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Listen up. We are well past the scheduled time slot. All right, and it is now time for Zeus to get up out of here. What a show. I can't even do the outro, all right, because I really do have to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Stay safe out there in these TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
Most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am the most handsome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I know Biden is speaking right now. All right, yeah.
This is how I move when I'm walking
Bye,
like
Tiffany.
Zeus.
Goal after day. Thank you. Let's go. What's Biden talking about? Nathan's mom. Thank you. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I guess Biden is talking. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, Russia and the hostages. Okay, let's go. Go! Thank you, Belinda. Everyone, you are all amazing. I got me on my mind. Get up to you. Let's go, Miss Cam. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's August 1st. Happy August. You know how this goes. Love you too, Tinkerbell. Sorry that happened to you. Queen, please. If I didn't get to you today, it doesn't mean I don't love you at all. It just means I have to go.
I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth.
Playing hating on the God, boy, you're such
a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to like refuse.
Let's go.
Catching all these snakes like a mongoose.
All right, you too, Main Appeal Hair Salon. You have a great day as well.
That's why they call me
Well, please, I know you wanted to come up anyway, all right? I get it, all right? I can read you like that, all right? You know how we do. Handsome Libro, my man, my brother, keep up the great work, sir. Love what you're doing, I see you. All right, Tara, I see you. All right, Reggie, my man. Hey, MAGA, I want you all to understand, it's really not looking good for you. Able Music, I see ya. All right, Miss Cam, I see ya. Shane, Angel, let's go. DJ Kitty Cat, let's go. Cole as the day. No, but MAGA Demon, I'm glad you identified yourself as a MAGA Demon. Hey, Kimmy, you need to stay out of Snuggles Live, all right? You might be able to get rehabilitated, all right? But you won't get rehabilitated in Snuggles Live. Bounce, thank you so much, all right? Thank you all for the love. Thank you all for the support. Thank you all for the subscriptions. We're about to do it. Reggie, my man. And Tinkerbell, you're my hero. Black Power. I love that. Gimme, yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. That's fine. But, you know, as long as you get it right, we'll be okay. All right.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would you mention Hannibal Lecter? He must be cognitively in trouble. No, these are real stories.
I still gotta get the Dex Smith thing, alright?
Of the land, like a lovely man. He wants to have you for dinner. He'd like to have you for dinner.
Hey!
You're okay,
let's go!
You heard about Bree. I see.
They're taking black jobs now.
Right, have a great rest of your day.
It could be 19 and even 20.
It's Zeus.
All right.
We have to win this election, most important election ever. We want a landslide that's too big to rig. If you want to save America, get your friends, get your family, get everyone you know, and vote Vote early, vote absentee, vote on election day. I don't care how, but you have to get out and vote. And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You gotta get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not gonna have to vote.
Yeah.
So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me.
Get him, Kamala.
And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird?
Yep.
Well, Donald.
Get him, Kamala. Get him.
I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage.
Yeah.
Because as the saying goes, if you got something to say,
What?
say it to my face.
Thank you. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of here.